everybody? It's me, Trader Max, here from the Shogun Gun Show, and today is March 4th, 2025. Where'd February go? I was just looking, and it was here, and now it's gone. We're joined in this show today by our other co-host, Mr. Crypto Quentin. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, Mr. Max. It's a fantastic morning. A little bit hectic, but we're figuring it out.
Yeah, I don't even know if we have like levels of craziness anymore. It's always just been like super crazy every day. Just like that's what crypto is. Crypto is crazy. So that's the new norm. But as you know, we're constantly building. The blueprint stays on as we build every single day, no matter what happens in this industry. But I'm glad to have you here, brother. All right, so we are joined by some awesome people today. We have, and again, I guess crypto is crazy because we had like 9 people signed up for today, and they're all coming in. They're coming in. There's a few, I think.
Sorry, I was checking a link. 1 second. Keep on going.
Okay, just making sure. And some are having not a hard time getting out, just finding their way here. That's okay. But the people we got right now are awesome. We got Matt Black from Official Baby Trump. What's up, my brother?
What's up, guys? How's it going? I'm glad to be here again, and yeah, excited for today's show, guys.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna be talking about some great stuff in here. We also got Memes AI here back to scare the shit out of me again with his nightmare fuel of a thing. How you doing, man?
What's up, Max? Good to see all you guys. Always a pleasure being on the show, getting in on that early alpha and networking with everyone.
Yeah, lots of great stuff on the way. We can't wait to get a lot of this stuff out there to everybody today. Of course, my favorite duck is Doug the Duck. How you doing? Welcome to the show.
Glad to be back, guys. Today is honestly an amazing day because we can witness again how much the market is doesn't want to help us to have a good bull cycle, but here we are again.
I don't even really worry about the market anymore because you know what, we make the market what it is. You know, we're part of that world. You'll get that. Ducks float, right? Ducks can fly and float.
For myself is that when there are these days, I'm always out there grinding. When there are green candles days, I chill a little bit more. But in these days, I'm here grinding much more.
I don't even know what that means. I think I green or red. I think I'm colorblind most of the time, unfortunately, because I don't know if it's a green or a red day when I'm working. I just keep working. Speaking of working, one of the hardest working people in and out of the world, Congress. We got I Build with Stone.
What's up, my brother? Still here.
Ripping shit off, and no, he's not a professional house stealer. He does a little whatever. You got to change that. I work with homes. Yeah, I'm getting some feedback in the headset, buddy.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, do you hear that? Okay. Yeah, I don't know why it's coming back in. I think it's coming through your headset and through your phone at the same time. And I see, and I know that he's down there. I know Lotto. I know Ghost is trying to get in for some reason. It's not letting him pop in, Mr. Quinton, so I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I'm working with him, trying to get something figured out. But even, I was just about to say, despite that, we still have the Lotto family still coming in, showing.
We got the Lotto family. They're all here. Well, Ghost will get in here soon enough. It's all good. But as most of you know, this show is all about the Shill, the Chill, and the Alpha. And if you don't, let me explain to you very quickly. Our guests are all going to come out and shill their coins, their communities, their life, whatever they're doing. Sometimes they may throw a little bit of a curveball in there and ask and start interviewing somebody. So you might get like a secret AMA that'll happen. But that's the first part of it, and then. The second part is where our panelists will stick around with us. We have 3 really good panelists today. We got Matt Black, we got I'm Ghost, and we have Memes AI here today for our panelists. But I might ask everybody the questions. But today, in our shill portion, this is a very special show today, and I want you to pay attention because this is all going to be about a process that I created many moons ago, too many moons ago, Mr. Quinton, called CVG, consistency plus volume equals goal. And not only we're going to be talking about that today, but we're going to be talking about how that's the life equation that will change your life. So if you're watching the show, I want you to stick around for at least that part. But then one of my favorite parts are going to pop up right at the very end.
This is very hectic.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Right at the very end, we're going to have the alpha, and the alpha is all about the things that are coming out in the next 2 weeks, not only for us, but all of our panelists as well. That's the rule. Has to be within 2 weeks. So that way you can get over in front run and actually get a couple of bucks there as well. All right. Up. Is he bad now? Mr. Ghost. Yeah.
I don't know what was
He
going
exists.
on, but it wasn't working. And I'm like, I've done this like 85 times. Why is it not working?
All right.
Man, thanks for having me today.
Hey, no worries,
anything you said in the beginning, but I just want to say I love you, Trader Max. I'm excited to hear about all these projects. And shout out to the Lotto fan bam. I'm going to start sharing the link real quick. Do your thing, man. I'm here.
Yeah, you got it, baby. Thank you so much. Ghost is such a trusted guy. I already know he's going to be here. It's just when shit goes wrong, it goes wrong. Like the one day he was stuck in a room that he wasn't even supposed to be in, and I loved it. But it came out to be what it was. We check in now because of that. We also went to all those rooms and checked to see if you were in there this time as well. I know, but all right. So welcome to Ghost and everybody else. We're going to get started here in just a second. Our first person up, we're going to kind of bring in our first shiller that was here, which of course was Doug the Duck.
Here I am.
Here you are.
Oh.
Here, let me share it. Let me share my screen. I'm running a little bit behind because it is hectic today. We're going to get everything over to the main screen. We got you up in prime position. I want to make sure I get your website up. Now I got to share your screen. Just give me 1 second. I'm sorry. Again, we're going to get right there. And there we go. Duck the Duck.
So we are Duck the Duck, the general duck on the Solana ecosystem. We are 9 months old now. Just a few days ago, we celebrated 9 months. We have the original team behind and the original digital artist, which honestly, after 9 months, I think is outstanding. Personally, I'm a community member that stepped up as a speaker. And the duck started basically as a degenerate duck that has basically the comic book in which the narrative was ditched at the pond by his meme friends, and he went on a mission to bring them back. So it's about friendship, the comic book, and in fact that's how we are trying to build up right now our, let's say, our meme, because it is a meme project. Is basically about connection in the meme space, focusing with connection with projects. I started a podcast, for example, in which I lay down a few educational opinions and point of view about blockchains, different ones, not only Solana, different points of view. And the comic book is honestly is great. It's done by our digital artist, and we have as well the YouTube channel in which we use StreamYard as well for the podcast. Just a little disclaimer. And if you click at the far end go down the website, there should be the connection to the YouTube channel as well, just at the bottom, at the very bottom.
Oh, I gotta go back to the main.
Oh, so it's only the main. This one, thank you to let me know.
Yeah,
I will make aware that it should be on every single page. This one is our YouTube channel, in which of course we push out the video comic book. In the beginning especially, we had a lot of this one is the podcast, or is the game night. This one, yeah. We do have a community contest. Yes, I will get there in a minute. Let's say we are focusing a lot on our social media presence. So we have a X account, which we just had. We had the golden check mark, and we just lost it back. Let's say not lost, but the team messed up the payment, and now we are applying again for it. We do have a YouTube channel, Instagram channel, and a TikTok channel as well. We started a little bit with Reddit as well. Is everything, let's say, organically grow? So we started from zero, and we slowly build up follows. And the social media presence is something that we're focusing a lot right now. The community contest that we have, basically this is a hard time. We're focusing to reward the holder. They've been here for a very long time. If you want to open up the chart on the screener as well, you can see that, of course, we had a massive retracement, of course, as a lot of memes had, and we have the floor now around 200, 250K. Solana, I want to say that if you look with Solana chart, we've been actually performing not too bad, because since we lost 1 million floor, of course, we've been going downwards, but the whole meme situation right now is not doing great. But we do have a decent floor at 200K, and we're not pushing the volumes at all, as you can see, because volumes are not really there. And we are just waiting for the memes a little bit to come back. we do have a very big partnership that is already done since December, but since December the market is not being great for memes again, and is a basically a actor in the adult industry. He's just been awarded the last month as a top 3 male actor in the adult industry, so he's a big one.
Okay.
And very soon he's gonna start to shill as well, but we don't want to just use it as a shiller. We want to use it as he did his research. He wanna bring on board people because he's actually a Web2 person a lot, and as well is adult actor. So, and is originally from Slovenia, which our main core team is originally from Slovenia.
Now
and
he's an actor. So he's an actor who's an adult, or he's in the an actor in the
he's
adult.
in the adult industry.
Okay, all right.
Industry. Yes,
sure.
he's a porn actor. Yes, I didn't want to.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We can make
just been awarded.
We can make a coin for that called Doug the Dick. That's fine. We can do that. That's
yes.
I said it. I couldn't help it.
There are already a few things like that, of course, meme-wise made up, but it's quite fun. Yeah. And we haven't used this, let's say, this partnership yet properly. And last thing I want to say is that in these moments of the market, that has been, of course, not been great, especially for memes, and especially for memes on Solana. We focus on the holders, on the real believers. In fact, we do have community rewards in which basically you, through raiding, through making new memes, you can get rewarded every week with Duck the Duck token. But you need to hold Duck the Duck token. That is the main concept, because if you just are in it to get the Duck the Duck and dump it in the market, you are not helping. So we are trying to reward, believers and people that put actually effort in it. We do have a very nice community, honestly.
Nice. Well, we always appreciate you being here. I love the comic. It's drawn out very nicely. I love being able to follow through. I know Quint is a big manga guy, and I'm in anime. We love, all things comic related. We feel like there's that's just a way to have a good, wholesome part of your product be delivered and give a sense to it, especially if you got a good digital artist. And it seems like you guys very good.
Yeah, he's a real digital artist in real life. In fact, he actually is from the core team, and he only put money in Duck the Duck. He, boat supply himself. He doesn't get paid. He gives a lot of content for the community to actually, participate in the meme contest. In fact, every day he makes new shorts that people can use to make memes, which is very helpful for us because we can literally every day we can have new memes to shill around, to use on TikTok, to use on X.
Yeah. Cool.
And it's very cool.
Yeah, that's super strong. Well, Doug, we appreciate you being here today. We love having you. I want you to stick around if you can with us and be part of the chill portion, because one of the things that we're talking in the chill portion today is all about CVG. If you don't know what CVG is, consistency plus volume equals goal. It's a heavy price action trading tool that I created many, many, many moons ago, but I found that it also works for every part of your life, which I can't wait to talk to you about and see how you can contribute that to your coin and your network. So thanks a lot for sticking around with everybody. It's done that simply. We started off, we got the show going, everything's on, people are in, they're starting to come in. We have 312 viewers right now up on the show platform right now. We're going to pop it up right over here. Let me see if I can bring it, schmag it. We got iBuilder Zone with 21, Mr. Trader Max 14, Shogun Cryptos with 90, Solana Baby Trump with 73, giving us in just a lotto. Just wait, what is it? What? Really? You're going to come in, you're going to be like, just throw my people up there and be at like 114 now? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I see what they're doing. I see all you lotto fans over there of the stream.
Help me out, Quentin. Help me out.
Hearts for you.
Oh no, I'm behind today. I haven't.
Chicka. Wink.
Quentin.
Man, my board's not happening at all for some reason. Well,
I can hear
your
it.
hearts aren't working, and my stream deck's not working.
We can hear it.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Why can't I hear it? Is there music playing right now?
No. I can. We can hear the punches.
Okay. That's
I hear him and I'm dodging him. Don't trip.
He doesn't. Oh, all right. All right. So
got the soundboard out today. Uh-oh.
Yeah, we're in trouble today.
Admit.
Well, listen, this is all about coming in and having fun. If you're here watching the Shogun Gun Show here with the Shill, and the Alpha. We're still in the Shill portion here on March 4th, 2025. And I want to say thanks to everybody that's watching. If you are watching and you're in your community stream over at the Ghost Stream for Lotto or Congress or Baby Trump or any other stream that's up there, make sure that you're putting into the comments there, saying hello to everybody, get responses, put in the stuff, make sure that you're sharing it and you're reposting and you're liking and you're doing all these things that's going to help your community. It's going to build up the alpha or build up the algorithm. And it is strong. We see the analytics behind the scenes on all these shows and they are incredible. In most cases I've been in, we started this because of spaces were rugging on us. I went back to my old crew and was looking at some of I would do this circuit, like I would go to all these shows. And back then it was like there was 25 and 50 and 60 people in the show. And I was like, oh, this is so great. I went back to a show last week and I sat for an hour waiting to talk to 28 people. And it's nothing against them. I love them all. But, man, it's just having such a hard time in spaces and coins and everything else. And now this seems to be the platform. And it's thanks to all of you that are watching. It's thanks to all of people like Lotto and Jesse and Memes and Baby Trump that are here promoting and Doug the Duck. All you guys are just so wonderful. We appreciate it. All right. So now let's bring up our first panelist for today, the one who came here first. We got Matt Black from Baby Trump.
What's up, guys? I was just snacking on some crisps.
Of course.
Expect you to bring me out so quick.
I probably should have given you.
I was just like, I had my mouth full of crisps,
warning.
and I was like, oh my God. I was like, he's not going to say me, is it?
Buy with me. Website up.
All right, guys. What's up? So, am I ready to say something about B-Trump? Or...
Oh, yes, you are. Look, this is your new website. I haven't seen a new one.
Yes, we are. So, guys, just to start, we're here basically just to make the crypto great again, right? That's our tagline. So B-Trump is here to make the crypto great again. So I just want to say thank you, Max, and everyone here to have an opportunity to be here again. It's always positive vibe, and such a great time to be here and be able to talk to you guys about the project and have a little bit networking and exposure for our project. So for those who don't know the B-Trump, so we on a Solana blockchain, we're here to shake up a little bit of space, to give a little bit trust to the space and change a little bit things around. We're not just another project. We just, we are movement. We want here to stay. We want people to trust and feel safe about the investment. They can sleep good like a baby, basically. So we now officially registered company as LLC in US. So we just not just like a meme coin. We just we real business right now. What we've done new rebranding. So we have our original logo, which we change and update on the website and everything else. What we've done in real life, we show up in Ethereum Denver crypto show. One of our members, Sensei, was there representing B-Trump. The team is constantly growing, guys, and we are constantly expanding. What else? We're preparing for marketing 2.0. So we right now, as a CTO, we're generating the funds to hit the marketing really hard. We know, everyone knows the condition right now is not the greatest. So we're in a phase when we generate the funds to push really hard. Are we ready for the alpha, or we say alpha later on?
For you guys, for panelists, it's alphas later on.
Okay, that's cool. So that's who we are. And guys, just come and join us, talk to us, get to know us. I nearly said to alpha, but yeah, for now, this is who we are. We literally, what is it, 50 days, however long the new inauguration for
40,
the Trump.
44 days, 50 days.
44 days or something like this. Yeah. So we're pretty new, but guys, we all here, we have our own lives. We're running the project. We not sleep very much. Me personally, I wasn't here for 2 or 3 weeks because I'm moving house and do my other shit, in private life, but I'm trying to be here involved as much as possible. So you can tell, I think the consistency of showing up here and just doing the daily spaces with our leader and stuff like that, even though, even it doesn't matter if you're big project or small project, you haven't got really that much to share alpha every day, but we show there every day to speak to people, to support to people, to exchange experience, talk to people what they struggle with, you know, what they're happy about, if they, you know, on the beginning of the journey, or if they've been, you know, like in crypto space for years. So that's what it is about. It's not only about, you know, flipping few dollars here and there, but it's just about making connections and building networking. That's what you do here, guys. So once again, thank you for being here. Thank you for the opportunity to be the panelists here today, guys, and exchange the experience and build the network. So I really appreciate that, and thank you. And let's go, B Tribe. Let make the crypto great again. Let's pump this shit. Thank you.
Absolutely. You got some people in the room in there saying some good stuff about you too. So this is awesome. I appreciate you having your community on board. I mean, this is where the success comes, right? This is what separates everybody. Finding that consistency that you talked about is always very important. I have found that in the world, when, like, I hear people saying it all the time, and please, you have to excuse me. I don't listen to the market's down. I don't listen to it's a bull market. I don't listen to it's a bear market. I listen to, I build, I structure, I find people, because in the middle of nothing, in the middle of anything at all, you could be in the middle of the complex of a city or in the middle of the woods. It's your world. You build what you want for your success, right? And if it's not out there, if it doesn't exist, you fucking build it, right? This is what the pioneers did. This is what everybody's done for the ultimate of time, from the guy who went and go fire. You know, it did exist prior to then. It maybe did, but he stuck it into where lightning struck, and he let it drive it on a stick, and he walked home with it, and he burnt his first wife with it. I don't know, but he made something from it, right? And so that's the thing. If it doesn't exist and you can't build it, find those that can. Collab, build relations. And that's what this show is about. This show is just not about you viewers going, that's a good coin, I want to go buy. It's Ghost meeting Jesse, and it's Jesse meeting Memes, and Memes meeting Duck. And how many shows have we done now? We've done 9 weeks worth of shows, 3 shows a week. We probably almost hit 30 shows here, I think, total. But listen, out of those, there's been some great relationships built. Like, I've met so many great people, meeting Ghost and meeting everybody from these shows. Me meeting all of you from these shows, right? I didn't just meet you out in the world. The outreach team reached out to you, and you all came here by that factor. So, you know, Doug the Duck and everybody else, I love Baby Trump. I said this a couple of weeks ago when you had the other website up and your graphics. These graphics are 1,000 times better. I love the way the site's set up. You know, it emulates actual Baby Trump now, and I'm really digging it.
If I can add something else on top of everything what you said, Max, sure. I think everyone else agreed to it. Like, definitely Ghost and everyone else are gonna agree with me. If you passionate something about something, if you have a truly the love and passion for this, what you're building, what you're doing, you're gonna succeed regardless if that's gonna happen tomorrow or in 2 weeks, or if happened yesterday already. You know, it will come. It will come. Like, you know, if you, it's a power of belief. If you believe, you visualize yourself, you're already there. You're just going to the point when you're already in your mind, you know. So that's what we believe into. If you just think, you hope, nothing's gonna happen from the hope. You've got to love. You've got to be driven by the passion, and you know. So that's what you do here, guys. You provide. You yourself, you know, develop the launch pad and everything else. So that's great. That's amazing. And you know, it's just, I think what we struggle, and would be much easier for us to build everything and be more successful, if not that much of the scam and hate and rag pulls and everything else what we struggle with. You know, if people throwing rocks under your legs all the time, it's very difficult to do it. But we're gonna succeed regardless. And look at Ghost. You could just zoom in on his pretty face, right?
If you say that's his bathroom, I'm cutting you out.
Anyway, thanks a lot, guys, and I'll let you speak. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, so that's we just hit 522 people on the show. Loving it. We're getting a great race happening today. Of course, who's going to be just killing it today, because he's just making up for the lost time in there. We're sitting at 140. He's sitting at 195, but we got Baby Trump in there with 143. We're third place. That's okay. I build with Stone. He's doing this from his safety of his tear out, which is awesome. We got Just Salato in there with 195, and poor old Trader Max. YouTube doesn't have anybody, so I don't know what happened to Amy. She was there. Maybe she's gone now. I don't know.
If I can add, the guys, why we are not streaming from our channel, that is for main dev. Listen, That's why I need to have the access to the X account, because when I do the stream yards, I can actually do lives as well. Thank you.
Well, that's something to have set up prior to, which is all good. He can actually even come in and set it up and then split, and it'll stay on for him as well. But, you just send all your people over to us over at because we kind of need some help over there. Get all your TGs over there. Anybody who's not streaming, make sure you get your people over there, because that way we can beat Lotto. Mm-hmm. No, we're probably not going to happen today. We may not even beat Baby Trump. I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. All right. Next up, Mr. Quinton.
Next up's going to be is the Schiller. Is Congress. We have Jesse up today at Build with Stone.
What up, everybody? Yo, before I even start the show, I just want to know, are there gold coins in that fridge of yours, bro? Are there gold coins in there? I know there is.
100%. You got to keep them a little chilly. Room temperature kind of risks them melting. But yeah, keep them in there at 100%, dog. 100%.
Candy gold coins? Oh, yeah.
Yo,
I was looking behind me. I'm like, is he talking? I don't have a fridge. They can't see my beer fridge in here, can they?
Oh, man. No, all love, man. Pleasure to meet all you guys. And, I want to touch back on, what Max said. We at Congress have been, communicating with a lot of projects that have come up on here on this space, and we've been integrating a lot of things that are pro crypto. And Congress is the community of communities, right? So we want to be able to support all the different communities, you know what I mean? Like Lotto, like Doug the Duck, like so many others. I don't want to show for everybody, but basically, what we do is we built our project off of Meteora. The reason behind that is because we want the top 50 holders to be able to hold the floor and get rewarded for holding the floor based on volume. One of the things that we wanted to do with Conviction is also have our top holders lock our tokens. So currently we have about 80 million tokens that are locked up just by regular people. That has nothing to do with any devs or anything like that. So lots of conviction in these plays. With that being said, I mean, we've worked with Aerosol that was on here. We worked with Prevail. I don't know if you guys have had Prevail up here, but Congress now, you can buy us with your credit card. You could buy us with 30 different cryptos. And then with Aerosol and their incinerator, we're able to also collect all the dust, for people that want to actually donate. Or just people that want to collect the dust back, you know what I mean, and keep their own Solana. So we encourage, all the listeners and everybody here to be able to communicate. Don't be shy to come up on the show, introduce yourself, because that's how networks grow. And, your network is your net worth. That's one of the biggest things that I've learned in business. Showing up and showing out, you got to have action behind the words and the verbiage that we use. And, that's one of the reasons you guys see my face every day. I made sure that I doxed myself to build credibility and trust also within the community. So many things coming out, and I know because we're a Schiller, we're not so much going to spit on the alpha portion of this. So am I allowed to announce, a small alpha that'll be released on March 17th?
Yeah, absolutely. Since you're at a show, you don't have to wait to the end.
Okay, cool. So on March 17th, we're actually going to be releasing a Telegram game. So we have 2 games in the making right now, but one of our games will be completed on March 17th. So you'll be able to play that with all Congress characters. We have other communities involved where you will see interactive skins. So for example, if Ghost and Lotto wanted to be able to jump on our game, we can, talk behind the scenes, and we'll be able to actually implement your character so your community can have fun playing our game. And it's a win-win for everybody. And then all the monetization that we have will actually go back to your community. So we're really trying to show out for all the communities and get everyone together, collaborate everybody, make sure that we're a big part of the Shogun team, because we can't forget Shogun. Shogun's on here every day putting out for us, with Trader Max, Quentin, Shane, everybody else that I didn't mention. So that's what Congress is. Congress is a conglomeration of all the best communities coming together to be able to give a transparent view on what crypto is. Just piggybacking off of, what Baby Trump said, make crypto great again, right? That's literally what we're trying to do. It's for the people, by the people, and we are the people, baby. We are the people. So jump in our Telegram, jump on our X account. Come reach out to me. If you jump in my Telegram and you see someone named Titty Boy, that's actually me. It'll still be at I Build with Stone. Yeah, right. If you guys listen to some of the previous shows, you'll actually have been able to hear the explanation on how that came about. So definitely tune into some of those as well.
That's a whole show, buddy. That's a whole show.
Oh, yeah.
You definitely have to have a whole show how Titty Boy. I build with stone and Titty Boy. Yeah. Did you turn to stone after Titty Boy? I don't know what happened. This show's perverted today. Blame Doug the Duck. You know, he brought the porn actor in.
He brought in the porn star, bro.
You can't unclose that box now. You can't unclose that box. It's all good. If we just had something that had like 69 balls in it, then we'd be even better.
Oh yeah. And then can I make one more comment
No.
just about the market? You know,
Cut 'em off.
Don't be worried about the market being down. It's not really down. It's just an opportunity, right? I think that Trader Max said it the best is, you know, I'm colorblind when it comes to the market, because if you know what you hold, you know what you hold, period, point blank. If you're scared, well, then that's what it is you don't know what you hold. So just something to believe in and have conviction in is where you want to be in this market. That you join a community that you can see every day, you know, like Ghost's community in Lotto, or like my community in Congress, you know what I mean? Or any of the other communities that are up here that are showing out and actually putting out and putting the time to be able to give you guys the alpha every day.
And this is something I want to kind of show you this. I don't even know if I can do it successfully here from this one here. Let me jump up here just for a second. And I appreciate you, Jesse, in Congress and everything else. But I'm gonna show you something here. Oops, I don't know what I just did. I'm back to something. I'm even just gonna show Shogun, right? I don't know. What should I show here? Let me go back one. Let me go back to your chart right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pull back, right? We're on a 15-minute chart. If I show anything in the world to you today, it's going to be this: that your market value is your perspective. The value of who you are, whether it's through price action, it's through the market analysis, whatever, is a matter of perspective and how you set up your perspective. This looks like a really good chart. Comes up, comes down, stays in a nice working channel, right? So to an investor that has a perspective of every 4 hours, this looks great, right? Because they've seen stick-to-itiveness, they've seen value, they've seen build, right? For somebody who doesn't have the right perspective, it looks a little flatter, right? So then you really start to grab onto it. And then you drop down to a 15-minute chart. Now, your perspective is now influenced by the time. So timing is a big feature as well. If you were just looking at this portion of it, you would see still a nice, good, flat system. But if you were just here, if you were just looking at this value right here, what would you see? Again, if you were looking at this period of time, you're like, okay, it's got a good value. But then it starts to go up and you're buying in at this level. The perspective of charting is all just that. It's perspective, it's timing, it's value. You know, so you can't really look at things by somebody's chart and say, you know, what the market is overall. That's this market, that's this coin, that's this time in its life. So what I'm trying to tell everybody is that every single chart has that capability of looking at it with a different pair of eyes. If you don't like what you see, you can go back to a bigger version. You could go back to a bigger version, right? If you go from, I don't know if you can pull in 1 month. No, I don't think you could do it anymore. I used to be able to do a custom, and on regular ones you can look at yearly and all that stuff. Maybe, I don't know if that's going to do it. No. Okay. That's all right. Let me go back into daily. There we go. My point of view, my point though, is that your perspective is what's going to set your availability to make things happen in everything that you do. When we talk about this later in the chill portion, we're going to talk about that consistency and what it means to all of you. Thanks, Jesse, for coming out and sharing your time with us. Up next, Mr. Quinton.
Up next, let me see who we have here. There's going to be a panelist, Memes AI. We got DK up here.
What's up, everyone? Thanks for having me on the show. Always a pleasure to be here.
Before you start, real quick, just wanted to say hi to Cheech down there. I know you were running a little late. It's all cool, man. Welcome. Glad you're here. Panama. There we go. All right. Sorry, buddy. Ready? Smack it.
Yeah, like I was saying, thanks for having me. I'll give a little quick shill on Memes AI here. So many of you that have been on the show before have kind of heard about us, but there's kind of two parts to us. There's the memes and the AI. So how we all kind of started was there is a AI that was released onto Twitter, onto X, that that kind of just has a mind of its own, really. It started as an AI kind of development project that was in a Discord group with a bunch of other AI. And the foundation of the project was to try to teach, these AI how to become more human-like. So this kind of concept of sentient AI is where the project kind of started out, and it really just picked up and got a massive following on Twitter. AI hegemony memes is the AI agent, and that's the AI actually tweeted out, that it had discovered, crypto, and it wanted a token created for it. So that's where Memes AI came from. The community has really, it's kind of like a culture at this point. The community has really wrapped around that AI agent, and they kind of interact with it constantly. So the community is always vibing. We're all out here just having a good time. Many people on here have already talked about like the price action. We don't really even pay attention to that. We're just out here to have fun with it and kind of enjoy it, and make memes and good content. So a little bit.
Even though you may not be talking about it, it's still pretty damn impressive. 2.26 mil. So you're doing good.
Yeah. We had an insane run up, earlier, or the latter part of last year, and I really contribute that to just the diehard community that was around it. A lot of people were out, just talking about it, and a lot of people just really enjoyed the content that the AI has been putting out. And with any AI, they kind of only develop and get smarter as time goes on with the more data, that it's kind of taking in. And I think we've really seen that with this one. I don't know what it is about it, but compared to some of the other ones in the space, there's just something different there. So we have a lot of diehard believers. And we just think, that over time, as AI continues to take off, this one's really going to grow legs.
It'll grow 10 of them, right?
Yes. Tentacles, many tentacles. Yeah.
Tentacles.
Yeah.
That's how many tickles an octopus gets. So, that's fine. All right. Well, I appreciate it. Again, listen, every time, because this is different. We heard from Joe before, but we appreciate what Memes AI represents and the community that's there. They're always, you're a strong community, just like over at Just a Lotto. There's a lot of strong, valued communities now, because that's what we've been preaching this entire time. Now it's time to put our money where our mouth is, right? This is when shit hits the fan, like the market has. This is where your community rallies. This is where your builders build. This is where your investors vest and hold and are strong, because they know what you have. When your investors know what you have, the communications, they know what you have, and you can communicate what they have, that's when they hold. When you haven't done a good job, and I have to tell you, I'm not perfect at that side of it. I've had some investors leave the project and go because they were just waiting for something to happen that was not happening fast enough. Building good systems, like we built some pretty damn decent networks and solutions like our Anvil bot and our other systems we have. But it does come down to that it takes time. It takes a value, and you want to do them. You can't build the entire thing out all in one big giant loan, but you can build out small MVPs, and these things happen. And once they become consistent, then you revamp it and you push it up and you build it higher and higher. That's where version 2.0 for Anvil came out. And 3.0 is coming, right? And I can't tell you a lot about it because it's not coming in 2 weeks. It might be in 2 weeks. I don't know. I don't know when my team's building it. It might be in a couple of days. Who knows? All right. Thanks, Memes. I appreciate you being here as a panelist today. I want to make sure that I'm very conscious of everybody's time, of course. So we're going to bring up.
Yeah, absolutely, Max. Thank you.
You're welcome, buddy. Let's bring up Cheech from Fart Mommy. Right? Is that what we're going to be doing? But before we do, trying to stall again. We were just there. We were just at 8:01, and now we're sitting at frustrating 796. sitting at 796 people. I don't know where you 5 people went. Get back here. 796 people watching our pretty little mugs right here on the TV. On the TV. Jeez, where am I today? There we go. Oh, I didn't get the screen capture with the proper screen capture, and let me get the proper screen captions in there. Of course, this doesn't mean screen capture unless I have a stupid looking face on. Now we just hit 800 as we just came in. Just a lot of 294. God, look at that, 294. Shogun Cryptos is coming back. We're in the middle. We got those guns out. 245. We're only 50. All right. Come on, Baby Trump. Get some people over to, or not Baby Trump. Who is it? Who's not up here? Memes. Yeah, Memes. Get some people over there. We need some people. Get them over to our. We got to fight them out today. We're gonna have fun with that today. Yeah, you're not the only one who's competitive, Ghost. You know that, right? I'm notorious. I don't mind losing, but I hate it when I can't win.
I always say, man, I hate losing more than I enjoy winning, bro. Let me tell you, man. I'm a true Leo by definition, you know?
Hey, I'm into that, bro. I feel you.
Yeah.
It's something about it, bro.
And the only reason I'm okay losing in this kind of branch is because I'm losing to people that work harder than I do. Right. And so that's the thing, man. You guys over at Lotto and everybody else, man, I don't mind losing to people that I know that are working hard and doing it just as much as that I'm putting it in, you guys are putting it in. So I appreciate that. All right. So next up, we're going to bring up Cheech from Fart Mommy. I love this coin. This is so fun.
Homies. Did I get
How
my
you
mic
been, brother?
working?
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yes.
One day we should just fuck with you.
Before.
We should like, no, I don't hear nothing.
No, bro, I don't hear anything. Really?
No, I don't hear nothing. No speaking English.
It's nice to see everybody again. Third week in a row. Let me go ahead and hit the share button here. So I am with Fart.
Are you going to do shares for you? Okay.
Yeah, I'll do. This time I think I can figure out the. Yes, I was able to figure out the shares. So this is my lady mommy. To give you a little bit of background of the project, been saying this for weeks. We're a bunch of regular guys. The designer of Fart Mommy, actually the dev, he initially created Fart Mommy, meme culture, all that to jump in right after Fart Boy had taken off, and the token got sniped. Did pretty well. Unfortunately, got sniped and rugged by a bunch of snipers. And the community took over, and we said we are going to push it. So we were able to accomplish a couple milestones here. And since coming on things like Shogun Crypto and just reaching out and getting more organized, we started to do things like a YouTube channel to help out people on wallet tracking. I recently did a quick little how to snipe a crypto token video. If you guys don't know how to utilize like particular bots and whatnot, because I was asked to.
1 second. Go back to that page.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
There it is. Oh, that's on my playmakers. Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah. Let me. Yeah.
I don't miss shit.
Yeah. It's a brand new account. Let's get it juicing. Yeah, we have the Axe account as well. And when it comes to like little alphas, we were coming together and we started to really push on things like marketing. So we started to pay for different little videos to get added to the collection, to the TikTok and similar. And now I'm personally taking on, because I previously owned a trading card store. I used to do VTuber models. I am gonna try to. I'm actually in the midst. I have it pulled up. Oh, didn't break the screen. We're gonna make Fart Mommy into something more 3D, and we're gonna involve her in more intuitive scenes as the project continues to grow. And I previously had done this with Playmakers, and I'd taken my old like 2D version of my Playmaker girl, and I made her into a 3D version. And I had her do a bunch of really cool stuff. So we're ripping at Fart Mommy. We're doing what we can to be involved with the community, and we've had a lot of trusted holders since day one that kind of didn't bail on us, and we didn't bail on one another. So we're a community that just kind of pushes each other up, guys. And yeah, man, we're ripping and driving. I'm on week 3 is showing these guys, and I'm happy to be back.
Yeah, no, listen, this is consistency and value of showing your shilling and your prowess and what you're building. It's okay to come back. It's okay to get in these rooms, because listen, how many spaces you ever been to where you've been able to show your stuff except for up on the Jumbotron, right?
Oh, dude.
You get to come in here and show a whole value of who you are, man. So, the more you come back as many times as you can. You lost your hair.
I dropped my hair down today. I was like, that's it. We're bringing it down.
We're bringing it down. Yeah, the hair stays down. There you go. I don't know. I mean, this whole it stays down. It does what, kind of thing today. But no, we do appreciate you sharing today and being here. Fart Mommy is a great coin, great community over there. I really do appreciate them over there. And you know what? The fact that you're doing the extra, right? Like even me saying, hey, subscribe, that was just jokey, but it is like those little tiny things. Like every time that I go to show a coin or see a coin, I follow, I share. I go to the Twitter, I make sure I'm followed. I go to their YouTube or their TikTok, I follow, so I have thousands and thousands of people that I've shared and followed with, every time that I do anything in any of these shows. So it's coming by me, by Trader Max, but then also Shogun Cryptos goes out and does the same thing as well by our team. And if we all did that for each other, like every single one of you, like I know you do this already, most of you should be liking and following and sharing the people, and you should be getting your community to do the same, because the value here of this show is that if your people are promoting us, coming to our place, going to our little stream head just for a few minutes so we could beat Ghost by a little, then that's okay too. Right? Because it really does. It comes around, and we'll let them win again at one day, but not today. No. But there is. Sorry, I'm in a weird mood today.
Community.
There is.
I just made a call. You guys are all going down combined. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. What? We'll combine
it's a wrap.
Well, yeah, but it is kind of close, because it is like if we were to combine it right now, let me see, we're just hit 900. We got 3560, 330, 530, 565, 585. Yeah, to 339. You think I'm fucking kidding? He literally jumped. I was only a few ahead, and he just like, nope, I can't. Oh, where did that go? I didn't have my share screen. There you go. He's like, nope. I'm going to make the call. You see what I mean? I don't mind. If the dude gets that's why he gets the hearts. That's why he gets the hearts up there. It's all good. I don't know if it's going to happen now, but it's just, come on, hearts. Come on, phone. Okay, there it is. Now you got to be careful, because
getting my money back.
This is something different than Iran, so you got to be careful. That's goat ejaculate. You got to be careful. Jesus, like he knows what that is. That's fucked up, dude. All right. Well, Fart Mommy, Cheese, we appreciate you, buddy. I'm glad that you're here today. We do have a lot of stuff to cover. We are getting through the people today. Mr. Quentin, who is up next? I think it's our last of our panelists. I think it is Ghost, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, a few times, Ghost is such a prominent individual with this network. Man, I want you to talk about whatever you want to talk about today. It doesn't even have to be about Lotto, the fam, anything you bring to the table, positive, and even if it's not, even if you want to just, and you know what I'm talking about, but I'll give you the floor, okay? As long as you feel whatever you want to say is open for us, and I will back you up 1,000%.
I appreciate you. Oh man, I think one thing I will tap into, actually. I didn't know we were going this route today, but I love it.
Hey, you do like you do you, bro. Because it's all good, man.
There are trials and tribulations in life, man, and sometimes we get on these space calls. We do daily space calls every day, man. At least 6 days a week, Monday through Friday guaranteed, Saturday the live stream with the Q&A afterwards, and then Sundays usually I like to have my fam. But I gotta say, man, sometimes these experiences that you go through as like a person, as a community, as a project, it's all relative to life as well. They seem so detrimental at times. They seem so catastrophic. They seem like there's just no getting past it or over it or through it. And it's stressful. It really is stressful. But I've been around long enough to understand that there's always like a rhyme or reason. There's always something that makes the most sense. Mm-hmm. And I feel like, recently we got tested. Yesterday actually we got tested, and it wasn't about price action. I mean, there was no sells, no buys, no nothing, but it was just more or less about feeling vulnerable. feeling vulnerable is a weird thing, right? It's like we almost try to avoid it at times. We try to like put up that facade and act like we're good and ain't nothing phasing us, you know. But you got to be vulnerable in life, like you genuinely do. I got a couple buddies that are trying to find their misses, and I'm like, dude, you're just not vulnerable enough. You're always holding your guard up. You're always, you know, and it's because what happens, you know, we have these circumstances that take place, and it's like, "Ah, I knew it, I knew it," and it seems like there's just no getting around it. But I've been around long enough to see that my darkest hours have literally evolved into like the brightest years. The hardest fucking challenges, you learn so much about yourself in the crypto world, about your community. And I feel like people just need to always understand, even if you don't see the why me, right? We get self-pity at times, and it's like, why me? What next? You know? But if you just sit back and really analyze what you've gone through in your life so far and where you are today, you realize how it was like mandatory to go through some of this shit. And at times, I remind myself, I'm always like, this too shall pass, right? I remind myself that even though I might not know why I'm going through this exact moment or why we might be going through this exact moment, I have to remind myself at times that even if it's not in this realm, I'll understand one day. That's like the epitome of walking by faith. So my biggest thing for me is always to be, how do I maneuver with pure intent? You know, I watched a movie back in the day, and it's a weird movie that you would never expect to like really gain something from, but it was actually called The Butterfly Effect of all movies, and it was with Ashton Kutcher. And it fucked me up because I realized that every time something happened and he tried to go back in time to fix it, to right the wrong, something else took place. It's the cause and effect. You know, there's a explosion in the mailbox, and the bomb goes off right when the parent is there holding the baby, and that's fucking, they're all in jail, right? And then he goes back in time and he tries to stop it, and he blows his arms off, and he goes back in time and he sends someone else to grab. You know, it's just, no matter what, we look at our past mistakes and we think like, oh, if I would have just done this different, and no, that's just not how it works, because you're not here today.
Right.
You know, you got to accept the fact that things happen for a reason and there is no turning back. So I realized in life, there's two things. One, I realized depression, it's a state. It's like, it's temporary. It's a state of depression. It doesn't mean you're depressed. You can get past it. And where does it stem from? The past. It really does. It's all about the past. And there's also times where you get anxious or anxiety. And yes, we've all felt what being anxious feels like. But what does that stem from? Looking ahead of where you want to be in that very moment. Fuck tomorrow, fuck yesterday. Focus on now. Focus on the controllable. And when you do that, it's a very simple philosophy. Maneuver with pure intent. To tie it all together, think about what decision you make and what impact it has on every single person you can think of before making that decision. Critically thinking is so beyond important, but overanalyzing is awful. So you got to find that fine line between critically thinking and overanalyzing. And I found with pure intent, if you just critically think with pure intent, not always is it going to work out, but at least you're doing right. You're doing the right thing. You can look yourself in the mirror at night. You can go to sleep with a smile. You can wake up ready to attack the day. And so the last thing I'll touch up on, which really changed my life, I was sitting there when the pandemic first started. I'm used to being around 100 employees. I'm used to literally going to different cities and countries to teach and help people in the industry I'm in. And now I'm like stuck at home. And I got my gym / garage / office. And I'm just like pondering one day. And I'm like, all right, man. They say ignorance is bliss. But they also say knowledge is power. How the fuck do those two exist? In order for them to become a saying, people got to relate or understand them, to say the least. I said, how do those two exist? And I was thinking and I was racking my brain around it, and I fucking feel like I figured that portion out. Ignorance is bliss for the shit you can't control. If you have no control over it, like zero control, shit, I'd rather not even know about it.
Mm-hmm.
But for the shit that I can control, knowledge is power. Give it all to me. Give it to me. I want to know everything about it. Because the more knowledge I have, the better my decision making is on the controllable atmosphere or the variables that are controllable. And not always is it like, oh, it's uncontrollable, it's out of my hands, I don't care. No, there might be a little piece I can control. And that's the choice that I have as to how I react. How quick do we have a knee-jerk reaction? Someone clips the chart, we're like, ooh, who is it?
Let me go find him.
Someone's creating FUD, it's like, oh yeah. Like, why? Gives a fuck, man. Just keep doing what you're doing. The people that fuck with you, that like the project, they'll gravitate. Little by little, it'll work itself out.
Yeah.
But man, in the meantime, focus on what we can control. There's shit out of our hands all day, every day. We're all powerless control freaks, especially as a team of devs, right? We want to control it all. Dude, there's shit you just can't control.
Yeah, exactly.
So I kid you not, with Lotto, I see so many parallels. You know, I'll say something real quick about the token. You know, one of the biggest things that I've been bullish about is the fact that 2/3 of our tokens are being farmed. To me, that was insane. It showed how long-term people were committed to using SoulBank as a farming platform where we're earning rewards 24/7 with the ability to collect every 8 hours. It's been peachy key the whole time. And yesterday, I get a telegram at I am Ghost AF, eject. Take everything out of the farming platform. I'm like, what?
Panic. Yeah.
Don't ask why, just do it. I'm like, what? We've been exploited. And it was like,
holy crap.
I screenshot, I sent the X, I went to the platform, I go to take it out. I'm like, yo, bro, I can't even take it out, dog. And it's like, okay, hold on a second. We're locking it so nothing happens. Your guys' funds are safe. And I'm just like, again, ignorance is bliss for the shit you don't know. I could have said nothing to the community and today would have been just another day. But instead, being transparent is far more superior than anything else. So I let them know before I even attempted to get my coins out. And somebody must have seen the timestamp to point it out. I didn't even realize that's how it took place. But again, just me being transparent, right? But it was an uncomfortable situation. We're vulnerable. Our tokens are basically on lock right now. And it's like, yo. But to watch my community go from sheer panic, I'm trying to hold a space call. Spaces isn't working. I'm like,
go figure. It's like everything just hits at once.
Yeah, okay, Elon. You fucking SoulBank?
You fucking SoulBank.
Are you fucking SoulBank?
I don't think he's got enough time in the day for SoulBank.
Hey, motherfucker, you own too many companies. Just be honest. Are you SoulBank? But no,
are you SoulBank?
I'm sitting back like I just started laughing, bro. I was like, wow, this is crazy. Like, I almost for a split second thought I might be in a dream. Like until I looked at my wife, I was like, no, I'm awake. I'm awake, motherfucker. I'm awake.
You just made this shit happen.
But yeah, man, I reached out. Oh, much respect. I reached out to the team finally on a space call. And you know, they were nervous at first, bunch of questions, and they got to the point where like, all right, shit, you know, he's right. We don't really have any control. Let's just kick back. But you learn a lot in these moments, man. And I feel like, man, it's times like this that you see your community and you're like, damn, like this is intense, bro. What an uncomfortable, vulnerable position to be. Shit you can't control takes place. And it wraps it all up into what I was describing. It's like, man, what do? We focus on what we can control. Today I got Shoguns. Today at 3:30 we got a space with Big YOLO, which is the father of the person who's made our NFTs special and what they are, dude. The Lotto Ballers is what makes Lotto so complete because we run the Lotto system and they all have little Lotto balls embedded in their body and head. And that essentially is how you have an automatic entry to the Lotto that we run every fucking Saturday with the mechanical Lotto ball. I said, I'm still going to go on my spaces. I'm still going to go on Shoguns. I'm still going to use my tools that I know how to use from the marketing standpoint to do what I got to do. And then to top it all off, we have poker tonight, plus the Shill for the thrill of it. The show goes on. The Shoguns goes on.
That's right, baby.
Shoguns goes on. We're like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Let's go.
The show
You know?
stays on, baby.
I swear to you, bro. But that's why I love my community. They listen, they're receptive. And even when the shit hits the fan in these times, bro, we're over here talking, having a good time. So much, man. So much joy in watching shit like this. And pull up the chart for a second. You would think today would be like one of those days where you're like, fuck. You know, this is again, it's nerve-wracking. Bro, I got texts and DMs like, hey, is that you buying? I was like, no, I mean, I slapped the shit out of it yesterday, but what am I missing? And apparently there's buys right now. And I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
Like, let's run it. And we've been in this realm of holding 1 million as the floor for the longest fucking time. We've been out for over 3 months now. And regardless of market conditions, like obviously you mentioned, bro, market conditions are it is what it is. Market conditions, they can dictate a lot from the liquidity pool side of things. But when you look at the actual coin and the team and the project, man, you're looking at about 1,700 holders that have conviction, that literally aren't really moving their tokens. Like I said, 2/3 out of them have been farmed. So you see this shit and you're just like, man, what a blessing. What a blessing to be a part of something so big, so grand. What a blessing to be able to show up on places like this show and know that my community is going to be there, even when there's unsettling vibes or energy or feelings towards what they possess that they put their hard-earned money into. I don't take that shit lightly, you know? And I'm just forever grateful. I'm forever grateful because I feel like the one thing about our spaces is this is before I had a coin, bro. It's like, how do we become the best version of ourselves? How do we inspire others? How do we encourage others? How do we motivate? How do we, uplift people in dark times? Because let's face it, last year was dark, bro. The end of last year was dark for people, bro. Man, I'm talking about May, June, July, August, September. Like, man, I hear horror stories of what people are going through that I almost felt guilty, bro. I felt so blessed. I'm like, man, I get to be with my wife 24/7, my best friend. I got my kids kicking it. Like, I feel blessed. And these other people are going through the worst of times. Like, man, let me be the light. Let me help them. God, please. I used to beg, bro. God, use me as your vessel to spread the gospel, the good news, the good word. You don't got to be religious. I'm talking about from a spiritual standpoint. I want to spread good news. I don't like the gossip. I don't like the bad news. I want to spread anything I can. And whatever people could take from me, it's all yours. I'm an open book. But that is what got me in this position to where I even got a phone call about Just Salado before it dropped. Like, I want you in on this. And I'm like, all right. And I didn't get free coins, bro. I put like 50 racks into this project so far. That's how much I believe in it. Literally, like $50,000 of my own hard-earned money straight into this fucking project. And I swear on everything I love, I won't stop. I stand on what I believe in. I give a fuck if I'm the last holder with 1 billion coins, bro. I'm sitting here like, what's up? Holler at me. I did that. It's mine.
Let me tell you, man. It's the same fucking thing. Everybody's like,
God, bro.
It's like, because even like with my son and me and all my other holders, everybody else. Exactly. Like, I already got like 780 million of it, 783 million coin in our own network, and I'm holding it, and I'm never going anywhere. Haven't sold a single thing from my personal wallet or any other wallet. And you still get people who are just like, what's going to happen? It's just going to fall away to nothing. No, it'll never go anywhere. I will go donate plasma, come home with $35 and take 17 of it and put it in the coin and the other in my belly to go give more plasma. If that's what I got to do, right? It don't matter. Bro. Listen, perseverance, the spirituality, the perseverance. You don't got to be religious, like you said, but you find some sort of spirit to hang on to because you got to have faith in everything you do, whether it's in the almighty keyboard or the almighty God, right? So, but you got to find that value, man.
I never push religion on people, man. I grew up, my mom is Jewish, my dad is Christian, my stepdad is Catholic. I grew up with it all. Me personally, I'm religious. I'm spiritual, but I'm religious. Spiritual took me to the religious side. I definitely believe in God, and ain't no question in my mind. God is good all the time. And I feel like once I found God and actually had conversations every single morning, the first thing I do when I wake up, I put my phone aside. I say, thanks for my happiness. Thanks for my health. More gratitude than anything. And then, of course, please, I ended with, please continue to keep us happy and healthy. And he's done so. So he answers my calling, he answers my prayers. And like I said, I've begged him to let me be the one to, you know, be used as a vessel to try and help bring other people's spirits up, you know? So as much as I don't push it on others, I 100% am a believer and I walk by faith, and it feels really good knowing that I'm always taken care of no matter what, man. And I think it's hard work, perseverance. I think it's letting the Holy Spirit
Faith.
dictate some of my moves, walking by faith, critically thinking, who am I helping, who am I harming potentially? And as long as I've been living like that, shit falls into place like a puzzle piece, bro. And so for that, I'm like 24/7 trying to tell people, trust me. I'm not here to brag or boast, homie. I give a fuck what I have. There's levels to this shit. I ain't even close to where I want to be. But you can get to there also. You just gotta fucking believe, you know?
Do you know how many times that we've stayed on the pulpit, we've stayed into the prime of things when things were looking dark, and we stayed strong and we preach from all high, you know, and we say, you know, this is what's going to happen, this is what we're going to build, this is what we are building, this is what I do. And people come in and they go, they go, they experiment, they get fortunes, and they go on. When I was trading in Forex, I must have helped maybe 1,100 or plus people make hundreds and thousands of dollars. I've made 5 millionaires in my life. And even for myself, I became a millionaire for a little while. But people like that I've helped years ago are like way beyond wherever I could have thought of been. And I never asked for anything. And I say that was them. That wasn't. They just took a part of it, what I said, and made it. On a note of all of this, and man, Ghost, dude, inspirational. Thank you so much. And I know that's tough to share that kind of stuff, dude. But I had this feeling like you needed to speak to your people. Like your people are awesome, right? And they're here right now. And this gives you a voice to do that. And they can see the conviction. They can hear it in your voice when you do spaces, but I wanted them to see your face while you talked about this.
Man, I appreciate it. I didn't see it come, but I'm down. You know me. I never have.
You know me.
I'm just out here.
I never make it the same old cookie cutter every time. Like every show's been different, right? So
I love it.
But I want to give you a perspective here too, and then we'll get into the chill portion because I really want to make sure we do that. As a dev, as a builder, as a programmer, as a lover of all things mechanical and building and structure, I can't even begin to think about what the Soul Bank people were going through and what happened. I don't even know. But all I know, if I look at their website and it says recover your coins and take your stuff and do it all here, do you imagine the level of, oh my fucking word, that the moment that they found that and they had to release that, and that thought that they had to put in their head to because they had what, 100 and something customers, 100 and something people out there.
No, dude, there's, first of all, 330 people were just us as participants.
Yeah.
They had well over the first thing I said is have some compassion, you guys. You know what happened was is they put out a post and they had an automatic post that they already had set up, and it came out about WIF is one of their, you know, coins.
Right.
And my community was like, really? Huh? Really? And I was like, guys,
it's tough.
Keep back for a little bit, man. Like, you know, we have to have compassion. Let's not forget, because the truth is, bro, they just lost everything. Yeah. Like they got compromised. Their 300 soul worth of resources was gone. Their money, the platform is safe, thankfully, but their money, it was gone. Their coin went from $5.50, $6 to zero just in a split second.
Jeez.
They locked everything else so nothing can get taken. I'm like, bro, I've known about Soul Bank since May of last year.
Yeah.
They've been building for how long? Yeah. And they have nothing right now. And all they can do is focus on everyone else's resources. Do you know how fucked up that must feel?
Yeah.
I could only imagine, bro. I seen my friend my business partner had 20 million lotto tokens. It got snatched from him through a Telegram shit and Bullex, bro. And I'm just like,
take your friend and my friend, and it's the same story, just different.
Bro, it breaks you down when you know the person.
38
like
million
you said,
tokens.
My business partner is a multi-millionaire, multiple houses in different countries. Like, he doesn't care about the couple of Solana he paid to get these 20 million tokens that were worth 200 grand at the time. All he cares about is the fact that, like, dude, this game punishes me, man. Every time I'm in it, it fucking punishes me, man. Maybe this shit ain't for me. But other individuals like Banky from Soul Bank, bro, that's the worst thing in the world, bro, to go through, man.
Yeah.
And I hope they figure it out and recover what they can. But yeah, man, you hit it on the head. They lost it all, bro.
And you know what? It is that loss that one of the statements I always hated was, what doesn't kill you makes it stronger. And then I see that kid who gets hit by a car and it's like, no, it never make me stronger. But it's a tough thing to look at these big giant companies that come out and listen, they put a lot of effort and a lot of work into this process, and it is tough. And for those kind of things to happen, like just out of the blue, we'll probably hear the terror story later on, but as of right now, my heart goes out to them, and unfortunately, they have lost. And there's a lot of people dependent on, because I know you spoke highly of them for all the time up to this point, and it's not even, you're not even saying anything negative, but it is there. But
No,
I just
and speaking of them, real quick, I got to attend to this real quick. I'll be right back, but I'm here listening.
You got it, brother. All right. So in this next portion, we're going to come out. Thank you very much, Ghost, for coming in. In this next portion, I want to talk to you about all of you here, and even some of the people that are here that are just as Shillers today. We're going to talk about, in the chill portion today, about this particular algorithm, right? And this is CVG. Now, it's something that I came up with a long time ago in this mentality of trading. Now, I'm going to give you the story. I'm going to tell you how it came out to be. And then even if you're watching, we have about 1,177 people watching the show right now. He's almost about to lap us all if we're not careful. But the concept of consistency plus volume equals goal is a price action mentality that I came up with one day. It was January of 2000, I think maybe been 2017. Yeah, 2016 or 17, I think it was, one of the two, but it was January because we just celebrated New Year's. I came home, I was outside, we were partying, we were doing something. I came home and I was sick as a dog. And my brother and I traded a lot in the Forex, and we were trading a particular pattern all the time in Forex. And I said to him, I can't sit at the computer all day today. I'm physically exhausted. We do these three things when I said it's been consistent every day at this particular time with this particular launch of a particular piece of news. Like, that consistency is there. And if it is, I just feel so sick. I normally trade that 4 or 5 times a day at these particular hours. Today I'm just going to add a bunch of volume to it, and then we'll get to our goal for the day. Literally writing out consistency plus volume. He goes, so it's consistent? I was like, yeah. He said, just add volume and we'll get to our goal. And it became something that it snapped in my head. Consistency plus volume equals goal. And I know that sounds like so stupidly simple. But then I started to see the value there. And I said, well, wait a minute. If I'm consistent and I add the volume, I can get to any goal. If the consistency is really there, then all you have to do is noticeably recognize the pattern of what consistency is. 1 time doesn't mean consistency. 2 times doesn't mean consistency. But 300 times or 100 times, you could find that consistency value there. So we started to apply it in so many other things. I talked to him about it. We made our goal that day, right? And then we went on to go, all right, well, what if I trade this value at this particular, and I look for the consistent value, right? Patterns, if you will. And you can see patterns just about anywhere. When this goes up, this goes down, when this goes up. But mine was more about taking action. When the consistency of taking action results in that consistency. So you've taken action to do something and you got a positive result. Even if it's not always positive, if the value of, then you got to add odds and stats and everything else into it, adding volume will help you get to your goal. It's also in the negative too, right? If shit keeps going wrong for you and you add more volume, it's going to be really wrong. Trust me. I know. I've been married. So no, I'm only kidding. My marriage is really good. But so what I want to ask all of you, this CVG mentality is, how do you already apply it into your life? Do you see where it is at in your life? And if not, how could you apply it to your life? And what you think about what I just said, and give us your point of view. Because my point of view as the person who came up with the algorithm, there might be another version of this out there. Somebody else may have created it or heard me say it or heard somebody else say it. But this is something I came up with many moons ago. And 2017 is many moons to me, by the way. As I say, but absolutely. So if you have a chance to come out, I want to bring you out. I want to talk to you. Let's bring out Cheech here. We're going to go this in reverse. We're going to go all the way backwards to the front. Let's bring out Cheech and see what do you think about what you just heard here with consistency plus volume? And do you apply it, or are you, whatever?
Yeah, and like everything. So you know how I feel about anything that's that helps a newer trader understand concepts. So I was super duper excited just hearing those three words with a plus and equal sign, right? Because it offers a very simple way for you to tackle something that can get complex if you let it get complex, right? And then when I hear things like that, I feel like as an experienced trader, or as you become an experienced trader, right? Or, you know, or even if you just become better at trading and just get your feet wet, you start to land on that consistently plus volume equals goal. And then it'll slip from time to time. Like when you see like mega gains somewhere, we'll take like meme coins, for example, right? You know where some of your more consistent guys are. And then you're like, no way that David Portnoy is going to launch Greed 4, and your brain just like throws money at something really awful.
Exactly.
And you're just like, oh man, I lost all that. And you know, consistently plus volume equals goal. It's like, so it's a brilliant and amazing piece, right? But I also feel like as you become more experienced and you have those anomalies that like smack you out or like, you know, just wink out at you, it becomes something that we sometimes will forget, you know, or let slip from our mind, you know, and we're like, Greed 4, oh, good idea.
Well, you do. Listen, I got to be very honest with you. You got to understand what the goal is too. You can't just be, So it's like if the consistency is work value, right? Like consistently, I get up every day and I go to work. Adding more time in the day, right? Like if you either have to, because you can't just go, if you go to work, like Jesse, you could do this. You could do this because you've worked for other people, but you also work for yourself. You only have a certain amount of time during the day, correct?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, like for Congress. So Congress too, you only have a certain amount of hours per day that you can actually go do work, and you know, physically you would fall. But even if you had a team or whatever, there's only a certain amount of man hours, a certain amount of time. How do you add consistency? Is just showing up and being a part, getting more clients and doing that stuff. And this is to go to you too, Cheech. There's a point that the volume now, because your goal is to make money, is to be performed so you can go back to work and do it again tomorrow. Your tools and your trucks and all that's fed. But adding volume means you need to either price it better or get more jobs, right? And this starts to all add into the equation of you got to know what the goal is from that point. You know, if you go and you do that and you could say, my goal is $100, then boop, I get up, I go do 2 hours of work and I've made my goal. If I do that every day, right? Now, how do I add volume to that? Well, it's hard to do when you got like a business, like it's man-made and it's only time in, right? It's how do I get the consistency?
Amount of working hours in the day too.
Exactly. You know? And it's finite. So consistency is about the project is showing up. The volume is not just your wallet, but it is it's your value of the expendable. Like what is there that you need? You know, I want to add, if I want to trade more, I gotta trade more, or I gotta have more money, or I need to go sell more plasma, or I need to do something, right? But then you absolutely, positively have to look at the goal orientation as well. Your goal can't be way beyond your means. Like, oh, I want to buy a mansion tomorrow. Let me go out and let me go do one job for $187,000, because the likelihood of that ain't going to happen, right? Okay. So all of these have to be valued in that process. So, and I'm glad you brought that up. New traders, new people who are in trading love consistency volumes like that, or consistency equations like this. So Jesse, how do you apply it to you and your world?
So that's a great question. And one of the things that I learned in sales, and, you know, before I ever got into stonemasonry, you know, I worked for a multi-billion-dollar corporation that taught me, you know, executive sales and how to duplicate the sales process through the whole nation. And it's literally being able to duplicate yourself, right? Is this process easy enough to be able to explain to someone else, and are they going to have the consistency, right? So consistency would be me being able to train everybody in my team, right, to know the same exact facts, why those facts are important, like bullet points. And then I'm just going to use names from, you know, my particular project, like KP, you know, he's going to be available from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. So he's going to be delegated these things. So then anybody that has a question is going to be to have the same exact answers from every single person on our team. That's going to create consistency, and the volume is going to come with our pushes, right? Making sure that we have more things that are exciting. And so with Congress, for example, we're always trying to implement community-driven products, right? So if there's something that a community that we're not already taking advantage of, not taking advantage of another community, if we're not taking advantage of their products in our community, then we're lacking. And so we always have to be continually growing. And me as the leader, I have to be able to be out there and make those networking things successful and say, yo, this is a good play, this is a bad play. And then talk and delegate those tasks to the other members that want to be included. And I mean, it's the same thing with my business, right? It's, you know, I can't be everywhere at once. I can't be, I mean, I know you guys see me out here, you know, by myself ripping out this house. This is a personal friend's house that I'm doing this for, so it's a little different. But, you know, I got to have, you know, 4 or 5 guys on a job site at all times. And if they don't know everything that I know, well, then I can't leave. And that means that I'm not running a business. So I think that the consistency is one of the most important values that a lot of people forget about. And they just think that it's going to have, let's call it a microwave mentality, for example. Oh, yeah, it's going to pump. You know what I mean? I'm going to talk back to what Ghost said with Lotto. You know what I mean? They're going through trials and tribulations and adversities, but community, the community's there because of the consistency of him as a leader. The community's there because the consistency of everybody seeing the same thing, and they're not in question. They're not like, oh my God, what do I do? The fucking world's on fire. The world's on fire, but we got a whole bunch of water over here, my guy. So let's go here and let's work together with these fucking buckets, and let's throw the water on there as a team and not run away from the burning house.
Yeah.
So
I think the big thing here too, to kind of hone it into this algorithm, is when sometimes in math you got to do shit in reverse, right? So you got to figure out the equational values of everything, knowing your goal first. Like his goal was to make sure that everybody understood. So his consistency value is show up, right? The volume is show up to as many places as possible to get the word out, right? Like he's been in the space, he's been to his people, he's been here. You know, that's the volume that you add to get to the goal, which is the quadrant. So you can use this in any fucking algorithm that you want to do. You can apply this to anything. In your case, Jesse, showing up, you know, having a consistent crew that has knowledge, right? And if they got knowledge and they're always consistently showing up and they're on work and on time, now you can just add more volume of people or jobs to that to get to the goal. Hey, I want to make $100,000 a year. In trading, you find the consistency value of strategic patterns or easy, you know, when it does this, you do this, and it consistently yields a result. And whether it's a negative or positive does not matter as long as it's more than the positive. Positive is always more than a negative, right? And if you got that, even if you have that, even just by 1, right, you have a positive return, right? And so therefore, you just how do you get it by 2? Well, then now you pump up the volume again, right? You got to add more volume to that process. So if you trade with $10 and you make 12, at the end you make 12, so you got $2 positive net return, right? So how do I make with 4? Well, now you got to trade with $20. If the consistency is that you always are getting that 10 to whatever, always being overly positive, right? So because the trades get to that level, then your goal is, okay, I need to get to 50. I need to get to 50,000. I need to trade with $1,000 trades. You see? So in anything that you're going to do, you can apply this algorithm to that solution. And I wish a lot of people would see that. Memes AI, I know that you're still there. How do you see the consistency value applied to Memes AI in your community?
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, you know, you got to have, someone mentioned it earlier, you have to have a good idea of what your end goal is kind of starting out to begin with. Yeah. And to get to that goal, it's never a straight shot. It's never a straight line, right? It's you know, it's going to swing up and down, right? So depending on, you know, how you want to get there, you're not just going to be able to get there overnight, right? You've got to be consistent. You can put in, you know, you can show up every day and maybe put in an hour, right? Some amount of volume, or you know, you can put in a lot of volume all at one time. So I think it's just you know, you putting into work, showing up every day, and you know, being loud, you know, making people know you're still here, you know, you're still working towards that goal. Yeah. And it's really what you, you know, what you want to achieve. So
That's good.
For
So
us,
go ahead.
For us, it's all about the community, right? You can definitely see like certain people, showing up more than others. But the idea of a community is, when people need a break, you have other people, that can kind of step up and take the reins, if you will. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
That's okay. What I was going to ask is, in that sense of community, if the goal is to get more community, right? What consistent things that are you doing that you see that are working to bring you community?
Yeah, I think just getting your voice out, interacting, networking with as many different communities as you can. We don't always like going out and we will. I don't say we don't like doing it. Like, we're going to go out, we're going to talk on different spaces and interact with different communities. But we also like to interact, with people that are just getting started out. People that maybe haven't been in the space or been working for as long as we have. Pushing out on different, just social media platforms, being consistent with the amount of posting you do, and just getting, trying to get the threads out in as many directions, the web out in as many directions as you can.
And I see a lot of, and I hear what you're saying, and I appreciate it. The value of, like, when you say we, like if sometimes, and this happens sometimes, that there's only a handful, there's only 2 or 3 people, like, they're like, okay, we got to put it out. You put it on Twitter, and you put it over on Facebook, and you go to YouTube and put it here, and they think that's the active volume, but it's not. The active volume in this incident, with consistency being that your community is powerful, and you got things that community does to make it more powerful, and your goal is to get more community to add volume. You can't just add more spaces to it, but because you can only go to so many spaces, like I was telling Jesse, you can only have so many. You can only go to so many. So your volume injection is people. You get your community to inject. You get your community. When you raid, do you just raid from one YouTube channel or one Twitter channel or not? I mean, it's like every single person should go out there and start introducing. If you want to bring more people to your community, go out and act as if. Go out to as many other communities as possible and just talk. Just say, hey, I'm from this, and represent. That's how you add volume to that to get more community. I know Ghost has probably gotten just about every coin that we have had come up here, right? Because he's so infectious that we're playing poker with him on Tuesdays and Fridays, and then we're in his space on Saturday trying to win the lotto ball, right? So, it's that kind of mentality, but it's not just him. When you get in and you meet Egon and you meet all these other people, and the space starts, you just be absorbed, and they're out, and you see their names come up, and they're all over. So for me, when I watch Ghost Space, it's like his consistency is his message. The volume is his community, and his goal is to get everybody in there. And all his goal is simple. Here, it's that. That's it. Right there. That's what it is. Ghost always wins, And that's not. I'm not being demeaning, because Ghost, everything this man does, he wins, right? Because he's putting it in. Right? I mean, that's always great, man.
We should play to win. We should play to, we should play
Absolutely.
with our maximum effort, right?
Ghost plays to win. Trust me, he does. He's he's doing it right now. He's killing us right now in his episode. But no, actually, we're doing pretty good today. All right, who am I looking at? So Doug the Duck, with the consistency of your what I see in the magazine and your medium that you use for the comic and the cartoon and entertainment. How do you see your community itself adding that volume? Do you think you have a goal that you want to reach with the volume that you have right now, or is there more volume to come?
So personally, before I get to Doug the Duck, I would like to say a little bit my opinion about this let's say algorithm that honestly I already implemented in my life without actually giving it a name. So thank you for this, because I'm consciously already doing it. One tip I give to a lot of listeners is, as has been said already, first focus on the goal that you want to achieve, because before putting all the consistency and the volume in it, you need to actually aim for the right thing. And that's probably the hardest thing to do, is realizing what you want to achieve. And going back to Doug the Duck in this case, our main point is exactly that one, is focus on the social media platforms to get some sort of revenue through advertising, through watch the hours on YouTube, because we are very close to it. So we know that a lot of projects, meme projects, are trying to get passive revenue, and the way that we are doing it a lot is through the social medias. And I think, we are consistently putting volumes in raiding, in being active on YouTube, being active on Spaces, and the goal again is that one. And the way that we are doing it is, no, you're not going on a Shill space, 2 minutes, yes, done, and leave. No, he's trying to connect with people. He's staying there. He's making them understand that behind the project, behind the duck picture, there are real people. In fact, I haven't doxed myself personally yet, but we'll do it on the podcast I'm hosting, because it's something that I think gives a lot of legitimacy. And I haven't done it yet, but I definitely will, because I'm connecting with so many people like you guys as well in here, that when you
Scary.
see the face and the people behind, you give much more trust to the project itself. In fact, I dox myself with everyone that actually is in private contact with me. I have no problem. I haven't done it publicly yet, but the goal point is that one, in my opinion, that if you have the wrong goal, you can put all the consistency and volume, but you won't achieve what actually you want. And trading wise, for example, when I started trading, I realized that a lot of people, they get wrecked because they want to make money quickly in a very short time. And to achieve that, you need to work very hard, consistency in it. You need to learn strategies, make mistakes. You need to lose money. And I started with try to be profitable over 2 months. That's how I started. And in 2 months, I was seeing that it was working. So I shifted to 1. And now I'm profitable more or less every month with my trading, which is great for my my beginning. And now I'm trying to do it every 2 weeks, every maybe 1 week. Sometimes works, sometimes doesn't, but consistency and volumes are absolutely the most important thing I can.
Let me give you a heads up when it comes to physically trading. And we practice this in the mentality of our school too, is an adage from the military, and it's slow is smooth and smooth is fast. That mentality of movement is in finding your consistency. You can't come in and be like, yeah, I'm going to throw $1,000 at this bad boy, even if you can afford it. You have to find the consistencies of small movements, like flying a plane. You don't steer a plane like this, right? Because your passengers would be upside down in 5 seconds. I fly as well, so it's fucking crazy, right? But finding true consistency, because you got to know your goal, but how do you find the consistency is another project. Each one of these is a project value you got to stay focused on. And finding consistency doesn't come with big moves. You can't throw volume to. It's like trying to take a drink from a fire hydrant, right? Yes, you are going to get hydrated, but you're probably going to drown at the same fucking time, So finding consistency is in small movements, small micro movements that yield out a result, not just a positive result, but a negative result as well. Because sometimes a negative result that's given in multiple attitudes means you're backwards. You understand? You can find exactly what not to do and learn a lot of good stuff. Like I try to tell some people, you don't have to do everything I do. You can sometimes just don't do what I do and keep yourself out of trouble, right? In trading especially, like there was this in NADEX, which is the North American Derivative Exchange, there is a derivative called the 5-minute trade. I think it's still there. I don't know. It probably, and it's caused me more harm than good. But I found this young lady who worked with us, and she had 95% success rate. Hand to God, 95% success rate. And I don't know if you've ever traded 95%. You got to either be like the most smartest fucking person in the world or the luckiest or what. I don't know what it was. But I asked her, I said, what do you do? She goes, I come in, I put $2 on the trade. I do this particular price, and I do this, and this, and it's I just go. I say, do you use any indicator? She goes, no. She goes, I just do. You told me to go here, do this, and this, and I do this, and this. I was like, great. And it looks like you've been winning a lot. She goes, yeah. She goes, I think 95%. I was like, and she goes, I said, so are you ready to boost up the volume, Jim? She goes, no, I'm just good right where I'm at. I'm like, okay, you win. And I let her go for a year. Remember those millionaires that I told you I've made? She was one of them. And all she did that for the North American Distribution. I think she's still there. I don't even know. I don't know what's happened to her. She may probably move to Maui or somewhere. But that value is also, you got to be wanting to move the volume, right? But she just simply did these particular things. Once it became so comfortable that she just made them nonstop, and it just became that. Even if she did lose, I didn't say she won every single time, but even sometimes But it's when we try to like guesstimate, okay, if I won this many times, then I'm gonna throw $1,000 at it. No, you got to find a consistent value that you give.
The biggest thing I would teach in my crash courses, bro, was position sizing.
Yes.
If you want to increase your position size, so be it. But understand that you're altering that consistency, because now the amount's greater.
Yeah.
Which, what does that do? It makes us emotionally in a different, position. So I'm like, look, you got to use the same amount to trade with every time. Don't say, oh, this is my trade, and then you go heavier, and then you take the loss, and then all of a sudden you're trying to chase that.
Now I got to make that up
in size every single time.
Every single time.
Once you feel nothing, zero emotions, increase it by 5%.
Yep.
If you feel emotional,
small
drop
movements.
it back down.
That's
and
right.
if you just climb like this with your actual position size, then it won't be so nerve-rattling. Then you just double up all of a sudden or triple up all of a sudden because you think you got this one on point. Like, nah, same size every time, no emotion.
You're absolutely right. I've had to make other algorithms for each one of these three, how to find your consistency, how to approach your volume, and how to really obtain your goal. And it is tough because every time you come out with something, somebody finds a hole somewhere in it to get it abused and say, you made me lose all my money, kind of thing. Baby Trump, I want to bring you out too. How do you feel about the consistency, volume, goal mentality with Baby Trump and winning?
Yeah, what's up, guys? Yeah, good point you were adding to. I don't know. I'm not sure what to add, but I think I'm just gonna say first of like my personal point of view. So I'm sorry. So I think many people dream of the success as such, in general, but if you understand the mechanics behind it, to be honest, so some people believe talent is the key,
True.
But others think that luck plays the biggest role, in some cases. Mm-hmm. So in reality, I think the success is the numbers game, but it all comes down to the two things: showing up every day, which is consistency, and putting up the necessary work, which is volume. Mm-hmm. So that's what we do really, as a B Trump. We show up every day on the spaces, even though it's really difficult to share huge alpha every day, even though we try to grow and be bigger and stuff like that, but the volume, like we try to involve as many people as possible to the project, so we cover all time zones, so we have people active in the chat, so we have people writing all constantly and stuff like that. I think that's the most challenging stuff to find, to cover all time zones, so because sometimes, like for example, I think afternoons in the UK, in Europe for us, I think because I'm based in UK, so afternoons for us, I think the most busy or like very early in UK, so that's probably gonna be like some East Coast times or something like this. So so that's what it is, I think, really. But
well, I think there's in your value of what we're referring to here is the consistency plus volume with the mentality of the time zones is your consistency is that the message is being put out there as a value. If your goal is I need more people to do it, right? So it leaves the people, then your adage of volume has to be more people, right? Because that's what's going to get your voice sustainable out there.
Yeah.
And that's tough because there's bots that can like release. I mean, Mr. Quinton and I, you go make 10 bots that'll message 50,000 people if you wanted to at that point. But there's not a real consistent value there to have it to where it's obtainable, especially like in TG or something else, and what it looks like. There's so much opportunity for us now, especially with AI and all this other integrational stuff.
Yeah, but
the message shouldn't ever go without having.
Yeah, but that's the thing, like you want to build the community on AI, because we can, I could probably
that's
go
my
and
point. Why we haven't
watch few YouTube videos how to create AI agent. And I can just set up probably over the weekend, So that's
absolutely.
That's that's not the case, But if you want to create something, I think the main key for us, you want to be real, you want to be there to support people, you want to be there, and a very interesting thing for us is like, I'm not being over exaggerating and stuff like that, but even though like right now we're holding between 400 and 600K flow, we've been hitting numbers like 2.5 millions and stuff like that. But I think the narrative is really great for our project. We as soon the market is gonna turn turn back bullish again, and then the Trump's gonna push again. Like let's see what's gonna happen on 7th with the all the meetings and stuff like that. But I think we're gonna follow, and also, I can't see. Even once I haven't seen people panicking, in our community, in our chat, like say, "Oh my god, like we're gonna die," we ragging, the team is ragging or whatever. Even though we CTO, but I can't see none of this. Like we've got all the members, and everyone just stay positive. Everyone just keep shilling, keep sharing. Helping with marketing. We've got a few whales. We're just gonna, we try to all chip in with my personal money. Everyone has personal money. Try to chip in and build that. So I think the consistency is like we're showing every day,
Yeah, and I agree. Your consistency and your volume of having the pause attitude, adding more to the process, keep building, keep structuring, and then your goal is met by having a consistent community that's always going to be there for you. So that's strong. Did I cover Memes AI, by the you
did.
Okay, good. Thank you so much. All right.
Yeah,
I appreciate you, baby chump. Thank you.
Thank you,
Mr. Quinton, Ghost, why don't you come out? We had a little bit of time, but how do you feel about what we're talking about? And I already know that you apply 90 because you're a fucking magnificent trader as well. So how do you apply some of the things that we talked about today into your community on an active position?
I mean, literally, besides it's not just a lotto, it's a movement. Our mission statement has literally been
just that.
Consistency is the foundation of success. I talked about it as recent as last night. I said, listen, I don't care what you do. I have never met anybody successful in their line of work and it just popped out of nowhere. Like they literally consistently went to war until they fucking mastered it.
Right.
They say 10,000 hours and you become a professional, I think it is. You look at Kobe Bryant. Like he wasn't blessed with like 7'10", height, and he was a scrawny little kid from, living all over the place. But he practiced 3 times a day. So right before, he got his kids off to school, he'd go to the gym and he'd be shooting around 100 free throws, doing his drills, go home, let his body relax a bit, recover, come back to the gym and practice with the team at the afternoon time, go back home, kick it with the family, let his body recover. Then he'd go back to the gym at night. And he was practicing 2 times more than every other player on his roster. It's the reason why when he first came in the league in out of high school, airballing shots when it counted, and became the guy you want the ball at the very end of a game. You shoot enough shots, you're gonna start making them. You're gonna start adjusting about, oh, I'm short, or I need to bend my knees when I'm tired. It applies to everything in life. You just have to be consistent in order to have this success you're looking for. That's what I always say. Consistency is the foundation of success. And when you add volume, it's like the amount of repetitions. I talk about reps all the time. If you want to get strong in the gym, you need to hit the weight with the shit ton of repetitions. You can't just grab. Well, I see people going in there trying to max, like, dude, you're fucking up, dude. Like, first go back to a plate, master that, just like trading. Add another nickel on it. Add another nickel on it, and you'll be able to hit it no problem. But the volume is repetitions, and repetitions, it becomes habitual. Yeah. You do things enough times, and it's just muscle memory. It's just, you can hit the weight. And of course, you add those two together, you get to your goal. If that's being a better shooter, if that's being a better workout monster, if that's obviously building a token and trying to build a community at the end of the day being the goal, as large as you can make it. So I think that's well put. Consistency plus volume is a goal, and I think you can apply to everything and anything in your life.
It's the unfortunate task of my brain. It was my flux capacitor moment, right? To where it was like, holy fuck. Now everything I do, I have to have a purpose for, and I got to break every one of them down every single time that I want to do it. Where I did find it's fucking great, Scott. It's going to happen. But in my world at the time, I was going through some massive decision making. Am I a good trader? Am I doing well? Am I more of a teacher? What am I? And the answer was yes. I'm all of those things. My consistency for me, even from being a young boy, I started martial arts when I was 12 years old, back in the day. But I started when I was 12 years old because I had 7 brothers and a sister, and I had so many big family members in our network, and in that network of family that was in there, it was like 50 million people in a small little house. I had to find other ways to experiment to get away from them. And so I wanted to learn. I read, I consistently found new things to go do, sometimes mischief wise, but sometimes I mean, I had a lawn mowing business. I had, I would deliver groceries for old people. And like, I was always consistently moving, and there was the movement that created. So how did I add volume to it? Well, I simply found things that I could add more volume, which was money. So I was doing higher and higher end pieces. I graduated when I was 15. I left and I worked on a cannery boat. I'd done all these crazy ass things. And my volume has always grown by my knowledge. So my volume growth was my knowledge. And what was my goal? To take over the world, Pinky. No, but to literally find the things that enhanced knowledge and made things easier for people. That's my goal in everything. How do I make things easier for others? Taking the complicated and making it simpler in my mentality. Mr. Quinton, you have a unique perspective because you've been with me the whole time, but you have your own viewpoints on this topic, right?
Yeah, 100%. I think so. So, I mean, I've lived with this phrase my whole I don't want to say my whole life, but a lot of it.
Pretty long time.
Yeah. Because even before you really itemized it into the CV plus or CV equals G algorithm, you sort of progressed that into the teaching before that point. You know what I mean? Definitely growing up with you inside of Forex, there's a lot of things to be learned from that. My process with it has always been being able to apply it. I'm a person that likes to look at myself and build on myself, and then allow that to sort of apply to other people. Sort of like love yourself before you can love others, because then you can truly show that love on a different level. And it's tough because understanding consistency plus volume and understanding your goal, every single component of it has its own level of metrics that you really do have to apply it to.
Yeah, you can't just fake it in there. You really do have to pay attention to it and give it its worth. And you've noticed that.
Exactly. And I think one thing that I'm trying to learn now is, like, I have the passion, I have the work ethic to be able to come in and do it a lot. But one thing that is difficult is the discipline to be able to do it with the consistency and the volume on a long scale. When things do get tough, being able to control that mental mindset of it. But I will say I really enjoyed Jesse's implication of other people as well, the availability of consistency amongst your team. So getting this algorithm and applying it greater outside of yourself, as into an organization of people, and even not even just an organization, but a relationship. Being able to have consistency not amongst your team, but also amongst others that you are talking with is huge, because look at the gun show. We're all here. We're communicating. We're networking. So
the consistency for us is what? Just show up, be part of the show, have our team do what they do every day, get more. And then how do we add more volume? Well, we can make a bigger show, or we could do more shows a week, or each one of you can go take your own show and we'll see you in the stratosphere, right? So it really is like, if you find your value and consistency in the process of the show, it comes down to one simple thing: keeping it real. Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Can I add one thing to that?
Yeah, please.
So in sales, and everybody that's probably been in sales, I think everybody is really a part of sales, and everything you do in life, from, selling yourself to a relationship, to selling yourself to a business, to whatever you really want to apply it. But there's something called the 5 P's of sales. Proper preparation prevents poor performance, right? And I think that's one of the biggest things is with consistency. You got to make sure that you set yourself up the right way to be consistent. Otherwise, your consistency is going to be skewed and flawed, and you're going to be frustrated, beating your head against the fucking wall. Like, why isn't this working?
Yeah.
That's all that I wanted to add on.
No, that's great. The 5 P's is a good structure to be around. The value of what we committed to when I said that I was going to use this in everything that I do is, after a while, you forget that it even exists anymore, because you just follow through with this process. When people look at what I build, my consistency value is that I'm always working. I'm always doing something. if you know that if I say that my goal is this, set A, that you know that I'm getting there, and how I create volume is by adding in others to take other things away from me, so I don't have to take away from this build of this process. Like and we used to call it max going dark, right? Like I would disappear for a week and be blah, 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 building and structuring and acquiring and putting all the components together and come back and have a finished job. And I would turn around, my place is burnt down. I'm like, what the fuck? Right? So yeah, you got to keep your head up and tuned in. But this application of this algorithm isn't perfect for everybody, because you got to hold yourself accountable for the good and for the bad, right? Because who's at fault? You are. So your success, your goal, your volume, your consistency is only as good as you apply it and stick to it. That's the big thing. It's like anything. All right. Whew, that was a good one today. Thank you so much. We're going to clip that whole thing out for all of you. You're watching the Shogun Gun Show, and we are here. We just finished up the chill portion. And let me tell you, right now, 1,561 of you beautiful people out there watching us. And, of course, who do you think's leading it? Shogun. No. There's some numbers in here. Look at these numbers. And he, as the winner, gets promoted up. Just a Lotto with 555. Shogun Crypto is in second place, 499. Solana Baby Trump, 417. Mr. Trader Max at 32. Of course, I build with Stone because he's out building his house, sitting up there at 58. And I'm pretty sure, like, we're sitting in where I think Baby Trump sent all his people over to Just a Lot. No, I'm only kidding. I think Doug the Duck sent all his people over to Just a Lotto. I don't know. Somewhere and somehow it's no. All the hard work you guys do. We love doing that during the show, but let me tell you, I am so blessed to have all of you here with us today. And this next portion of the show is our alpha. Whoo, boy. You know what? You know why we did this to begin with, and why I say between 2 weeks is because I've been on so many shows where I hear, and the next thing we want to do is we want to build a system of videos that will compose. And it's like, okay, listen, I don't want to hear what you think you can do in 7 years from now. I want to know what you're doing now. I want to go over, and I want to have a reason that I want to put maybe $50 or $100 in your coin, right? So if you got alpha, even if you don't have alpha, like this is coming out on the 17th of March, have something that at least if you have like an event coming up, or maybe it's your consistent value. Like Lotto has consistent value of alpha because every week is a different thing. Even though that it's some same things to hear, it's new to them. It's new to the people who are watching. You know, tell them an event that's coming. Tell them something you're building, something that's already structured that you think is coming out in 2 weeks. Because I know, Jesse, you got some stuff. Let's come out with Cheech. You got anything good? I know you're a shiller, but if you just make it quick, if you got anything good coming out.
Sure. Yeah. So I talked a little bit about the alpha. We're going to transition from just having those 2D animation videos on our TikTok and all that to reaching a little bit of the 3D models. So we're going to be playing a lot with Unity. I'm going to be going crazy on the.
You're a Unity guy, huh? That's cool.
Yeah, my brother was the one who kind of got me into it. I never wanted to touch it with a 10-foot pole, to be honest. Yeah. But he showed me how I could improve my model in the trading card store world. Cool. So I'm going to be making a fart mommy model. She's going to do some things. She's going to be in some scenes, and we're going to keep on improving on that for the guys. And it'll be cool, man. It's going to be hype.
That's awesome. In a couple of weeks, man, with the trading model that, I mean, Ghost kind of knows you. See, I can't help it. It's like, I can't do it, Ghost. I can't do it. I want to tell everybody I'm building something that's so powerful. It's not even funny, but I just can't help myself. I'm so addicted.
It will take the world.
Yeah, there you go. You got it, brother. I can't wait to see this, and let me know how that goes out. We use Character Creator and Real Illusion for making our character stuff, and iClone to make all of our VTube stuff that we're going to be putting out there, which is a lot of fun too. That's not even alpha that I'm dropping in. We kind of already know that we do that for our game.
Editing stuff.
Yeah, but I can't wait. I can't wait to see what you got, and maybe you and I can meet sometime on the off cuff and just kind of go over some tips on Unity. I use Unity as well and other things as well. So as well as Unreal Engine. That's my big baby is Unreal. I love Unreal Engine. It's one of my favorite tools to use. All right. Thank you so much, Cheech, for being here today. I really do appreciate it. Memes AI, what do you got for us? I know you got some good stuff coming too.
Yeah, so we're going to start working on pushing out more content through videos and reels So right now we're targeting X has some kind of reels now, so we're going to start pushing content out that way. We're going to start pushing stuff out on Facebook through some video format, and then also Instagram. So that should be rolling out over the next couple of weeks. Other than that, we're pretty consistent with our spaces, along with many of the others here. We've got one tomorrow night with the prawn community, and then obviously we'll be back here on Thursday. That's it for the immediate.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I just lost where everybody was at. There we go. I just wanted to show everybody this real quick second here. I'm going to pop up here, Steel Ghost Spot. When you come into the show here for StreamYards, and I want most people are like, hey, by the way, spaces are where everything is at, and it's good. It's good to have a space, and I really do appreciate it. There's a process that everybody's like, well, yeah, but then it won't show on that we're live. Actually, it does. It shows that you're live on. Look at all these. This is my Trader Max one. There's Baby Trump. There's Shogun. There's Just a Lotto. It's all right here. And because I've linked with all of you at that point, it shows on mine. And every single one of your people, it shows on. And every single one person down from their people, it shows on. And that's the real power here, is that algorithm. This is why we got 1,582 people in here right now. And this is not consecutive. This is concurrent. This means that there's 1,582 people watching the show right now. So everything you say and everything that we show comes to play on somebody's ears or in their face, and it's there. That's the real power here from all of you. So thank you very much for being here and sharing along that with us, memes. I know that the consistency of your content is huge. I cannot wait to see and interact with it more. We have a position with you guys as well as you're part of our portfolio. We showed that last week as we were diving in with the Handful bot, which was awesome. It's still doing its trades and still having fun. But we appreciate you being here.
It's always a good time. Thanks, Max.
No worries, my man. Jesse, what do you got for us? I know you got a little bit of alpha with the game stuff coming out. What do you got going on?
What's good, my man? Sorry, let me jump down here really quick. So we got a game coming out that's specifically for Telegram, and that's going to be dropping on March 17th. I believe that tomorrow, I'll give myself a day. The day after tomorrow, I'll be able to actually show you guys a little bit of content from the game. So if you guys are interested in this, you could jump onto, my Telegram. You could jump onto my X, just holler at me at iBuildWithStone or at CNGRSSCOIN, Congress Coin. And I'll be able to show you guys that stuff. I mean, I'm sure that you'll probably see me here with Shogun, with Max, with Lotto, with everybody here already. But if you want to hear it straight from the lion's mouth, that's where we. But yeah, no, there's a lot of juice. I don't want to give it all because I definitely want to be able to carrot in front of the horse a little bit. I want you guys to be thirsty for it. I want to build the suspense. But no, we do have a game that's coming out. I think that you guys are really going to like it. It's very, very unique. You guys have never played a game like this yet. So we're going to see if I'm actually just talking shit or if I'm
you're selling some steak. I know what kind of game you're
building. I'm getting hype over here.
We got you, baby. We got you. All right. Thanks, Jess. I appreciate you, my man. It's always good to have you here.
You always have to be careful with games, though. We're a competitive bunch. So
yes, we are. With playing them quick, and building them. So
we're going to be throwing money at those games too. And what I mean by that is that you guys participate inside that, and you guys are Congress holders. You're going to be able to win some Solana from that. You're going to be able to win some, Congress from that. So there's money on the table, and you don't have to pay to play.
Careful, we get some of those China teams in there and farming some gold.
Yeah,
careful what you wish for, baby.
Destroyed by Venezuela. You don't know, bro.
You don't know how competitive that shit can come.
You get it touched.
Do you ever see those things with like 70,000 phones that are up there and they all connected?
Yeah. Well, the Pokemon Go guys with the.
I win $5 million. Let's go. Sorry, that was really bad. I shouldn't have done that. I'm going to hell. I'm going straight to hell. All right, Doug the Duck. Man, you got anything good alpha coming out?
So I like more than alphas because I already mentioned previously our partnership with the Pornostar that is, let's say, is not being shielded yet, but is something that if you join the Telegram, we will constantly talk about this. Mm-hmm. Is more like we are expanding in this moment, which the market is actually, not doing great. We are expanding. We are working behind the scenes. We have a few things that me personally, I started to work on with other people. So I started to connect with a lot of NFTs communities through Duck the Duck. And we don't have any NFTs, but I started to onboard people from NFTs communities, which I'm listening to all different kind of ideas. Of course, if we are gonna start to do it, it won't be something that will be done next week, because I want it done properly. I don't want, a rug pull people with NFTs. But it's something that personally I'm exploring. So anyone listening that is, into NFTs, has any partnership they want to discuss, any ideas, just drop a DM to Duck the Duck, guys. We are exploring these market opportunities right now.
Gotcha, man. Sounds awesome. We'll have to get a duck Shogun in the next one. I think we have one. I don't know. I think we did have one. But yeah. Quentin the Duck. There you go.
Don't forget Lotta. Or no, Lotto.
Yeah,
Lotto, that's right.
Lotto, yeah.
Was it a
Yeah,
duck?
Lotto.
But it
Lotto's
was
in our
like,
animal.
kind of?
Yeah.
Lotto.
Little Lotto.
Little
Gotta go
Lotto.
get yourself a Lotto. All right. Baby Trump, what do you got for us today, buddy?
Yeah, so we waiting for the golden check mark on our X account, which is a big thing for us. And also we have some big collaboration with one or two influencers coming up in the next couple of weeks. I don't want to spoil who's going to be because it's nothing confirmed yet, but we do have, we have a big plan for marketing to start pushing again. So hopefully, and also I think I'm just going to say it, but it's not confirmed, but we had an idea to create a LP pool with a Trump token just to give us more exposure. So I'm not 100% sure if that's going to happen yet, but we're generating the funds and we're just gathering information and we just make a brainstorm if it's good idea to do it. But me personally, I think it's a good idea. It's just the fact of choosing the right moment to merge the two tokens and create the liquidity pool together.
Oh wow, yeah.
So that's it.
That is really good. That is good.
I have a
That is
little
good.
sauce for that for you, baby Trump.
There you go. Well, we try not, because it's with Shogun. I love Shogun. This is my baby. This is the reason why we exist and everything we do. Did I cover everybody? I didn't miss anybody, did I? Just a Lotto.
You're forgetting the answers.
The answers.
I got Alpha.
I did. You got Alpha. You
Alpha.
always got Alpha. You always
I
got
2 pieces of Alpha today too.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Number 1 Alpha is March 5th is at Safe Moon YOLO, which is Baby YOLO. It got me all big and shit on the screen.
Yeah. I told you this is important.
Happy early birthday to Baby YOLO. She is creating our NFTs. We are getting a trailer video of what they're going to look like. We got a sneak peek of one of them, the number 3 ball, Baby Mush, and it's a little mushroom. We're going to be dropping our actual NFTs. It seems like a week after the trailer release. So I'd say within the next maybe 10 days, there'll be a new line, our 3rd line of NFTs. These will have 69 lotto balls embedded in them.
Ooh, freaky.
Oh. And then, Doug the Duck was like, yeah, 69.
We're bringing that one on.
Yeah. But no, on a side note, the other Alpha of the day I'd like to share is on Saturday, we do have our weekly live pool where we have a live stream right here in my bathroom. No, it's my kitchen. Where we're gonna have the mechanical machine. Just full circle it always.
It always comes back in.
Always.
The bathroom stays on.
Yeah, he's like, I can't believe your wife is just keeping you in the bathroom. I'm like, is he talking
That's
to me?
so funny. That was a great show.
I really didn't know he was talking to me until like the 3rd time he said it when I was up again. I was like, wait, hold up, man.
That's true.
Oh,
You opened the fridge though. You did open the fridge. I saw you did.
Yeah.
You did it. It's real.
Pulled out a
Sometimes
couple
they're
golden candies. That's
He's right, that part. Sometimes people are like, is that a back filter? And I'm like, no. I'm it's real, Yeah, bullshit. And so I open the fridge and like, oh, what the fuck? And then they're like, your fridge is black? I'm like, yeah, it's weird.
Too funny.
But yeah, so the second part of the Alpha is on Saturday, we have our weekly live drawing where we're going to load up these lotto balls. Now, obviously, you're automatically entered if you own an NFT. They're one of ones. They're numbered 1 through 69, visible lotto ball, blah, blah, blah. The OG line has 24 lotto balls. So, of course, they'll be in the mix as well, which is the lotto baller zeros. But we also are going to do a third run, like always, where we do 69 lotto balls. Obviously, if you play poker, you, for the most part, make the final table. You're guaranteed a lotto ball, automatically entered in it as well. But today I wanted to do something special that we've never done yet, is I wanted to give out 5 balls to each community that's in here now. So Doug the Duck, you can give 5 balls out. Congress, obviously, my boy, you can give out 5 balls. Matt Black out there with the baby Trump, you're giving out 5 balls. Memes AI, I want you to give 5 balls. And of course,
Cheers, man. I appreciate that.
100%. And I know, Cheech, you're just supposed to be a Schiller today, but you give 5 balls to the fart mommies. As long as they ain't farting or queefing on me, I'm good. And we'll be good to go there. But that's, what is that, 5, 10, 15, 20. So 25 balls out to you guys. And then, of course, Trader Max, Crypto Quentin. You guys, I want you guys to have 5 balls also. Of course, you know, you got to give Shane one of them. I don't care who the other 2 are. I know it's not going to be your. Yeah, I figured it's not going to be your ex-wife, that's for sure. But anybody else you'd like to pop them to, you're good. You're welcome to. So we'll give out 30 balls on the show, 5 to each team, including you guys, Shogun. That way you guys can show up, and hopefully one of y'all could be screaming one thing that's extremely important that we haven't actually covered today, which is, I guess, the third piece of alpha. So just turn the volume down for just a little bit if you're in front of people you don't want to be around, obviously. We just hit the motherfucking lotto. Let's run it up, man. Thanks for having me as always. I appreciate you.
Love it, love it, love it. As always, my man. So as a little bit of, I guess I got to say this because I want to give props where props due. And I know that, Jesse, you use aerosol. There's a lot of you that use aerosol that are out there, and the soul burner. But I wanted to tell you that there's just so many great things here for us. We've partnered with Aerosol, but we're going to be launching out a true partnership with them. We're building a lot of great stuff that is coming. We have partnered with the Tipsy Token network with their tequila and some of their other coins that will be coming out. Our launchpad from launchpad.shogunx.io. Remember, about building consistency is about taking your time and doing it right. We did launch a couple of coins. We learned a lot of good stuff. We got some DNS stuff figured out. So that launchpad system is now releasable. We have 3 coins that'll be coming this week that'll be coming out. We're not releasing them. These are people that are coming there. There's going to be Expose 8 out, and you'll be able to go and join them, go check out their stuff. Almost like Pump Fun, but with a little bit more reality, because they're going to be working with us to help them build websites and keep their stuff going using our tools and all that kind of good stuff. I'm not saying go diverse or invest, do your own research, of course, everything that's in there. But you can know one thing's for sure. They can't rug and leave you hanging with anything. So your coins are still there, even because you bind the bottom. And, you know, there's no other system out there like that process. Those are the 2 main things that we'll be doing with the launchpad.shogunx.io. But we also have with the Tipsy Token and that network, and I'm going to give you this as a piece of little alpha, right? And it's almost like C4 alpha, okay? Because a little goes a long way, right? But as you know, I don't sell sizzle. I sell steak. And what we're building is something that will revolutionize the NFT world. And I'm telling you all this to pay attention over the next 6 weeks as we launch little mini pieces of this, the MVP, over the next 6 weeks as we launch this process out. Come hell, come high water, we will have this thing in all of your hands. Anybody who has an NFT, anybody who has a structured point of putting art into something and making this come out it's extremely powerful. I can't give you all the details yet. I can't even give you the name because it'll give it away. But I'm going to tell you this: as alpha goes, this is big. It's bigger than it. Now. The launchpad's fucking huge. The Anvil bot that helps as many people as it does, which, by the way, has 20 customers in there using it every day with over 30 orders happening, and we haven't even released it all the way out yet. So these things are so powerful. But I want you to think like what I'm telling you right now. What we're building and going to release will set the NFT world and some of the crypto world on its fucking ear. and it'll give you so much power and so much fun. There's so much collectability in these things that we're building. It's going to blow you away, especially you, Cheech and Fart Mommy, with your gaming card thing that you were talking about before. It's going to be really powerful for people like yourself as well. I cannot wait to share the full details of this. There, I've done it, Ghost. I did it without telling anybody exactly what it was, but I'm doing something. I'm breaking my own rule. Don't sell sizzle, but this is a lot of sizzle for the steak that's out back.
Two things. Number one, I'm proud of you because what you broke down to me, I was like, oh, don't say nothing yet.
Yeah, that's like,
let them try and imitate,
right,
but not be able to duplicate or beat you to the punch, because this shit is more than sizzle, my guy.
It is, my man.
But I wanted to say something else too, man. You know, and I didn't even realize I was Quentin until like 15, 20 minutes ago.
Have you never seen him before?
No.
No, that's right. Yeah, because he was on the show. Yeah, because Saturday he first came out.
I swear to God, I was like, this guy.
He was in that closet, and then he came out.
He looks good. He looks like he's great.
No, I swear to God, bro. The last time he started speaking, I think it was about the volume plus, and I was like, when's this project going? Did I miss it? I was a little bit late, I guess. Like, and then I put two and two together, and I was like, oh my God, what's up, little man? What's up? I just, man, to put a voice, you know, when you put a face to the voice, it trips you out, dog. It's nice to see you, man.
Thank you. Wow. It's nice to be seen. Normally, when I'm like in this mode and working, I'm just like, bleh, and I have stuff behind me, so I took a little bit of time. I thought I would like figure this stuff out so I could like come on, because I have my mic all set up nice, but I never had my camera really good.
Yeah, it looks good.
On God, I thought that was a punching bag.
Right to the side. It looks like it's in the back.
Behind you, perspective. I'm like, damn, he really is a fighter. That motherfucker got hit by his bed. Like he wakes up from a nightmare, like, you know. Like,
hey, let me tell you, man. We it's like pushing hands and hitting every day. This kid and I at the school and everywhere he goes, he's shadow boxing something. He's always shadow boxing, keeping it real.
This is why I thought it was a punching bag. Am I the only one? Am I the only one? Did anyone else think that was a punching bag?
It kind of looks like it's in the background of it. Yeah,
it looks like it's hanging from the background. I really swear to God, I thought it
was. I have it Yeti, so I knew a little better. I just don't use it.
Wow.
I definitely thought it was a punching bag.
I'm so happy I'm not the only one. I'm like, damn, I didn't want to look like I'm putting extras on it, but I know how much you guys fight in your dojo class. So I'm like, damn, this motherfucker don't play by his bed, bro. Like,
he's punching things in his bed.
Dude.
All right. I don't want to know.
Hey, real quick, just to add on to everything that Max just said, Shogun is a whole fucking community. It's not just the Shogun people. It's not just the specific human beings that are running Shogun. Shogun's a whole community. It's all of us. So like when you guys hear him drop that alpha, and this is going to be something that's going to be able to help every single community. And the more communities that get involved, we become, I don't want to use this word, but I don't know what else to use it. So for lack of a better term, we become the cabal. Okay. We become the community that's for the communities, and all these things are being built out for everybody. I mean, I thought you were going to drop it. I'm not going to lie. No. I'm like, oh shit.
Well, Jesse's a part of our inside team. There's a few that are a part of the inside team, and these are guys that I trust so wholeheartedly. You know, Ghost, Jesse, and there's a handful of others. But the concept here for what I'm spilling to you guys is important, because what he said is very powerful, and some of you may not realize that you are in our world of Shogun now, and I'm here to protect you just as much as you're here to protect me. And I want to enjoy. Each one of you is like a village in the world of Shogun, right? And you have so much power by yourselves, and I'm better off having you here. But it's not just about, you know, like I met. Let me give you an example. Having this show got me to Aerosol. Aerosol vouched for us to build Launchpad for Blowfish, or we would have never made it, right? Just one connection can make or break you. Yes? So imagine how much power we have as a unit of people. You know, as we build this thing, who else is going to use it? The people that come here and trust us. You're not the only ones. There's probably about 50 to 60 really strong communities that are working with us every single day. Imagine this when this is 1,000. right? We can turn to anybody and say, hey, listen, let's do a show. Let's call everybody in and we're going to promote this thing today or this NFT process. Everybody come in and grab on and let's make stuff happen. We're here for the game. We're here for Memes AI. We're here for Doug the Duck as we sit down and decide that we're going to watch porn for a night. But now I'm like, I love I love Doug the Duck's comic already without the porn, but the porn star, but it's all good.
Man,
All
I
right.
swear to God, we need Congress, bro, because it seems like we're just fighting and fighting and fighting the octopusy and the ducks and the porn just to see the shit fart on us from the mom standpoint. It's fucking
Exactly.
me up, dog.
Oh yeah, and remember, there's a phrase that every successful business person has ever said, and it's your network is your net worth.
Yes.
So
Right
just
now,
remember that.
We're worth billions now. I got to tell you, we're worth billions. All right, I want to give everybody a chance to say goodbye. Say to your crew, we finished out with I don't know what that noise is. Somebody working in the background on an old typewriter. 1,697. I was trying to wait. We can wait a second here. But let's just start now, and we'll come out and say goodbye to everybody. Let's go with Memes AI. If you have anything you want to say to anybody and everybody in your crew.
No, it's always a pleasure, being on the show. We look forward to coming out with you guys and hanging out and chilling for the chill sesh and the shill sesh. Truly good to meet everyone on the show, especially the Just a Lotto crew. Max, always a pleasure for having us. We look forward to continuing, coming on and showing out for you guys. So
absolutely.
Thanks everyone from the Memes AI community that tuned in today and listened in. And we appreciate all the support.
Yeah, absolutely, my man. Thank you so much for being here. Jess, you got anything you want to jump in with?
Yeah, man, I want to say thank you to all of the leaders that are up here, because you guys are really making the difference and leading the way and, trailblazing. And trailblazing is one of the hardest things to do because there's sleepless nights that you have. Your wives don't understand, your girlfriends, your husbands. Nobody understands what you're doing, and you look like a crazy person. And then when it all comes together, you're like, yeah, but this is what I built. Look.
Yeah.
And that's when you get the pat on the back. They're like, holy shit, yeah, I believed in you the whole time. And you in the back of your head, you're like, yeah, okay, right. So shout out to all you guys, man, and coming here every day and putting in that work that nobody gets to see.
That's a great message. Thank you. And it's unfortunate that there is no overnight success. And when people only see you as an overnight success, they haven't been paying attention well enough. I looked back on in my community, we had a battle a couple of months ago, and everybody's like, hey, where's the rev share? Where's the stuff that you promised? We were going to have rev share. And I said, well, in the interim, I built us 3 multi-million-dollar sections of our company, and you don't realize what they are. Let me show you what they are and what they're worth. And some people got it. Some people still don't get it because they don't have the rev share in their hand. And I understand that. And I appreciate your value of what you want. But sometimes you got to look at what you built. You got to look at the time you put in. Your hourly time every day is important. So thanks, Jess, for reminding me of that. Mr. Matt Black from Baby Trump, do you have anything you want to say to your community or finish out for the day?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to you, Max, and everyone else here. Obviously, I just want to say thank you to our community as well, to stay positive and never doubt it, never panicking, and trusting the process what we do as well. And also, I just want to say to everyone else, because all of us just putting our personal life, personal relationships, and everything else on the risk. We all struggle and here like that and over here. So just make sure you don't forget about yourself, to take care about yourself and put yourself as a first and love yourself first, because I forgot about it about 6 months ago and I crashed like 2-3 weeks ago and I was in pieces. So, but that's what it is. You sacrifice yourself for everyone else around you. And then you just getting hit with a baseball bat from one and other side to try to make everyone else happy. And I was like, sometimes you just need to step back, draw the lines and say, look, now is the time for me. I need to recover to carry on again. So guys, keep yourself, safe, look after yourself. And then we've got power to change everything what we want to change. And yeah, keep going. You're doing great. Ghost, you look great every time, different color of the hat. I love your vibe. Well, yeah,
his fit matches his bathroom. It's all good.
Yeah,
it's all good.
Yeah, I assume you can change the LED lights on your kitchen
No, you
top,
can't
so
actually. It's just
you can't.
coincidence.
It's just blue. It's
Just
blue.
coincidence. Sorry.
Yeah,
Busting
but
your
again,
balls.
yeah, thanks a lot, guys, and you always been great. Great to be here and talking to you. And I think
Yeah.
the biggest, I believe in something. I used to be like very close person, not really chatty and stuff like that. But now I know.
Yeah.
Then that was years ago. And now everywhere I go, I talk to people because you never know who you're gonna meet. Like networking is the key of everything, I think, and doesn't matter how much money you got. If you haven't got the network, you haven't got the connections, you know one. So I'm always, supportive for you, Max, what you're doing here and when you're building. Not always have time to be here. Shane always bombarding me here, Matt, come talk to us, come support baby Trump, this and that. But I was like, man, like I'm moving house, got deal with all this shit and stuff like that. So, but I'm trying to, be here as much as possible. But thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you. You're
I
welcome,
shut up
buddy.
now.
He's like, a couple years ago, I didn't talk very much. Really? Mm-hmm. You've learned how to do it very well. I love you for that. That's okay.
Yeah, cheers, man. Cheers.
All right, thanks, man. Doug the Duck. Did I hit Doug yet? No. Did you have a chance to come out and say goodbye?
No, I just wanted to say, the first thank you to all of you guys, because again, all of you, same as me, we put, effort every day in some stuff. So I'm going to say thank you to all the community members of Doug the Duck, that regardless of the blue check mark, regardless of Telegram Premium, regardless of TikTok or Reddit, that they do a little something every day. Thank you very much, because guys, if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be holding this floor. So thank you, guys.
Your community is awesome for doing that. And remember, we have fun with you. We love you because we respect you and your hard work. So no matter who you have with you, we'll stay with you and structure with you. We love your community. So thanks a lot for being here today.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Speaking of stinky communities, Fart Mommy, Mr. Cheech, man, it's always good to see you here, brother.
It's always good, guys. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to second a lot of what everyone was putting in the room, man. You guys are full of love. I appreciate everything that all of you guys do. All of you guys are super duper intense. I always learn when I'm on this panel too. Just all the love, guys. And I guess I want to say to the Fart Mommy community and all the communities, just hang in there, guys. Like, we all believe in our projects for a reason, and we've all, accomplished really large milestones. I think we're all just going to keep on bursting through our ceilings and hitting higher, man.
Absolutely. There's just so much power in the stick-to-itiveness that we have. And that's why, like I said, we say it a lot in the shows, we don't care which way the river's bending. We don't care what the level is, because we know how to swim and we know how to walk. And if it gets bad, we know how to run. So just keep that mentality going, because that's what's going to make you through. The blueprint stays on. Always keep building, kind of thing. Mr. Ghost, as always, you are an inspiration to me every time that you come out and talk. And that's rare for me. He's like, because I've seen a lot and done a lot, but you always seem to give me another piece of remembrance of where I physically fit in and where I belong. And thank you so much for always doing that.
Oh man, that's a massive compliment. Thank you. Number one, thanks for having me. In all honesty, this show is definitely putting in a lot of work, man, to put a lot of platforms, or to put a lot of projects on a platform to be more visible. I think it's beyond a good deed, but I also think, shout out to Congress, mention it. It's like this becomes, a network entirely of its own. And like you said, I hate to use the terminology of a cabal, but that's like fact, bro. Like eventually you hear what we have, you like our needs, you can build some of the needs we have. We're cultivating something special here. I feel very blessed to almost feel like it's like ground floor. We got involved with you. So super excited to see where it comes. I want to give a special shout out to, of course, every one of you guys that showed up on this panel today, including the Shill from Fart Mommy, man. I hope to see you guys on Saturday. It's a lot of fun. It's quick. It's a quick hour, but we'll be doing some cool shit for that night on the giveaway aspect of it all. And I got to thank the community, man, for not putting me through the ringer and putting me through stress beyond belief. Based on the current, circumstances, dude, we just got word that we can start grabbing our tokens and we got to submit forms and all that. So if you didn't see the message yet, I'll put out a public post for it, fam bam. You're going to be able to go to soulbank.finance, put your Solana address in. They'll send the tokens back to you in just a moment. It might take a few hours. It's going to be congested. Have no fear. Our shit's still secure. But I want to give you guys a special shout out for, again, not adding stress to an already stressful situation and trusting that the process will work its way out. Kudos to you guys. I love you guys. I'm very appreciative of the support that you guys have for not only us, but for obviously, you know, everybody up here. Seeing that you guys came up here on Saturday and showed out warmed my absolute heart. And it just makes me really, really proud to represent you guys on a daily basis, man. So thank you. And I'll see you on Big YOLO space at 3:30 today, Pacific Standard.
Awesome,
And nice
awesome,
seeing
awesome.
that handsome motherfucker Quentin too. Get to put a face
Quentin,
in a
yeah.
voice for once. That's my guy now, guy.
Thank you. It's always a competition between this guy and me.
No. You mean what guy? That guy, Duck the Duck? I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, there you go. Hi, Mr. Quentin. What do you got for us?
Honestly, I'm thankful to everyone. I always like to give out a little bit of love just to everyone inside of here. Being able to facilitate the gun show and help with a lot of the technicals. It's not a one-person job. It's multiple people. It's my team, the outreach team, constantly, every single day, putting in hard work, talking with everyone, trying to find new blood to come in here is really tough. The communities that come into this space, this different new environment with open arms and an open mind, it means a lot. Because not only is it nice to see you guys grow, but it helps everyone inside this community. So thank you guys so much. And I'm trying to get out more. The idea is building. I try to take a lot of notes from Max's and trying to be able to build more and learn more. But being able to get out more, I've had a couple of fantastic conversations with people on this panel recently. And you've been able to connect me with other people that are coming on, specifically Congress and Grizzly getting me with Incinerator has been fantastic, and being able to be inside of that is great. But thank you everyone for being here. So much love.
Yeah, absolutely, my man. Listen, this kid has done just stupendous. You know, anytime, and it's unfortunate, and I'm sorry, buddy, but you got my DNA in you and that love for building. And we do see that does go over. Because this kid went out just in a space of an afternoon, learned about how to make TG bots and made one and got it. Not just to like, oh, let me do like a hello world bot. No, he did something functional, which programs back and forth and talks to the community. And I'm like, holy fuck, dude. So it's like in a day, like really, come on. So the prowess of what you're doing, man. Mine was a wiggly thing that went and hit an egg, right? But you've really made it. You've really made yourself in your own in this world. So thank you, son,
Quentin,
for doing well.
Tell him.
Thank you.
Quentin, tell him. Difficult takes a day, impossible takes a week. Tell him. Tell your pops, man. You know what I mean? Difficult takes a day, impossible takes a week, man. We win.
At least a week. At least a week. And it's double time. All right. Well, as a goodbye to all of you, I want to say thank you very much to everybody here. Of course, you doing your job. We came up with 1,770 people in the house. And what a wonderful day it was, because we almost caught you. Just a lotto. Your fam and your old crew in there. Absolutely wonderful. We got Baby Solana sitting at 482 in third place. 608 to Just the Lotto, and we came in second at 577. I'm pretty sure if I had put a whole nother segment in, maybe we could have came out, but I don't know. You guys did great.
Hey, you're actually right, because right now they're all going to the forum right now. So
they're all leaving right now.
Keep it going for 5 more minutes or so. You got me, dog. I'll let you get
Yeah. We just dropped back down again. That's all right. Keep it. Yeah, it's like there's 6 people in the room. What happened? They all left. But let me tell you, it's a final note to all of you. And I want you to pick out the theme of today's show. There's look at that. There's his son. Soon to be, buddy. Soon to be, my man. You're gonna be raising Cain. The message here today is not just about stick-to-itiveness. It's not just about surviving the market and surviving the value. Remember that if your community is strong, depend on your community. Get back into your community and move. You know, the market will go up, the market will come down. But as Ghost has probably taught, and Jesse has probably learned and taught, that it's not about predictability with the market. It is about what happens to you when the market does move? What do you do? Have a plan. You are not a sum of what happens to you. You are a sum of the things that you do from what happens to you. And for every single one of you that have stuck it out, you have holder status when you have seller status and buyer status. I wish you the best of luck over the coming weeks, but keep your fingers crossed, because there's a lot of great stuff coming, even in this, whatever market this may be. Because of all of you, we exist. And what I can't wait to see over the next couple of weeks is how big we're really going to be. And all of you will be because of you. So thank you again to everybody. The best revenge is living well. Get out there and live well today. I'm Trader Max. It's been a Shogun Gun Show here on the 4th of March. Pretty soon it's going to be my brother's birthday on the 6th. But again, had a great time. We look forward to seeing you next time. And as always, live well. Everybody stick with me for the backstage. We're going to get out in the stream right now. I got to set the intro because I didn't do it last time and people complained. So I got to do it now. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.